All right, what's up, guys? First time doing this WoW Classic podcast. It's gonna be classic. We're calling it Classic WoW Pre-Release Cast because WoW's not out yet. So, Vanilla WoW is not out yet. Um, so basically, I don't know. We don't have a name for it yet. I don't know how often we'll do it. Maybe like once every 2 weeks. We'll just like catch up with each other, see how things are going in game. But right now, we just are going to talk about the release for Monday, what some of our plans are, what our experience with WoW is. So let me just, I guess we'll start. You could introduce yourself, tell us what server you're playing on, what faction, class, race, all that. Let's start with Mojo.
I'm Mojo. I'm playing on Fairlina. I'm Alliance. I'm a no mage. I'm in Esfon's guild. Razor's also in Esfon's guild now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. Massive guild. Holy shit. I don't know if you noticed when you went through that thing, but like when I first joined, it was like 100-ish members.
Mm-hmm.
I think that guild's up to 600 now.
Yeah.
It's
What's the
actually
limit? 1,000?
1,000. The
Yeah.
classic. It's gonna be nuts how many people are in that guild.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
Awesome.
Fuck ton of raid groups.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
All right. Coach.
Hi guys, I'm Captain Coach. You can just call me Coach. I'm also going to be playing on Fairlina, although I'll be Horde and I'll be running my own guild. I tried to recruit Razor and Mojo to join and Jelly as well, but they're Alliance scum. So yeah, I got about 40 or 50 people in our guild. We just had our first guild meeting yesterday. It went really well. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I look forward to playing against everybody. Oh, and I'm gonna be our main tank, so I'm going warrior.
Oh, sick. Yeah, Coach is our diversity hire here. He's only here because he's from the Horde. You know, we needed one person.
Yeah, I'm getting paid to be here right now.
Allie.
What's up? I'm Ali. I'm gonna be playing on Pagel. I'm still not sure how you say it because I'm gonna be playing PvE, and I'm gonna play a human priest. So I'm gonna be on Alliance too.
All right, and I'm Razor, Fairlina, Alliance, like Mojo said, S-Fans Guild, gonna be doing Human Mage, so, I like my rep bonus. I know it's not exactly min-maxing, but, it's alright.
No. It's the opposite of min-max. You see, rep bonus means you got to play less, and that's not the goal here,
That's
right?
true.
The goal is to play more.
That's true. All right, so I guess I want to get started. Like, what is each of your experience with WoW? How did you get introduced to the game? When did you start playing? All that.
I guess I can start. I was always I really got into PC games around middle school. And I was really into Call of Duty, and I started getting into Guild Wars, and I always ended up playing by myself. I don't know why. I never actually played with my friends. I had a ton of friends, all in my neighborhood, all my age, and we were randomly playing up at my friend James's house, playing some basketball, and they were talking about WoW, and they were talking about like what races we would be, and I had no idea what they were talking about. And they said to me as like a joke, and they were insulting me, but I didn't know at the time. They're like, "Yeah, Phil's totally an undead." He's totally an undead because I'm like pale and I was really skinny, and I'm like, cool, I'm an undead, yeah. And they're just like, because they all played Alliance. So yeah, I went to my friend Tony's house, checked out the game, instantly saw it. I'm like, I gotta play that. Fell in love with it. Been playing since vanilla, on and off. I've done all sorts of stuff, mainly a PvPer, but WoW is my favorite game of all time. So
were you familiar with Warcraft before you started playing WoW?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I played Warcraft 2. I never played number 3. A couple of my friends were really into that, but I played Warcraft 2 with a lot of my friends.
I've never actually met someone that's not played that, like that's played the other ones.
Yeah, the RTS. Yeah, no, I loved it. It was a lot of fun. I was really into it. But once Call of Duty came out around the same time as Warcraft 3, I think. So me and all my friends just got like super addicted to Call of Duty. We were calling each other by our clan names in school and stuff, and it was I'm a hardcore gamer, man. I always have been.
Yeah, Warcraft 2 was my first PC game actually. So
I think it was one of mine. My dad always played like Wolfenstein and stuff, like all those older games, but Doom. So I played some of those, but that was like one of my first games that was like mine, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mojo, how about you? When did you start playing WoW? All that.
Like I played RuneScape since it came out. I actually was like I played RuneScape a lot, and so pretty much all the way up to like 2005 or something like that. I think I kind of like branched off and played other stuff. But I mean, I played all Warcraft stuff on the computer. And then, honestly, the saddest thing is the episode of South Park where they made fun of World of Warcraft, and all that shit is actually why I started playing. I have no clue why. I have no clue why.
Just
Why I
grinding the
started doing it.
boars.
Yeah,
I
but
was playing
like,
WoW when I watched that episode. We were all in Iron Lords, just like laughing about it, like, oh, that's so funny.
yeah, and I started playing then, and I pretty much played all the way up to like Wrath of the Lich King, I think, and I was Alliance all the way through that, and then when it came back, a lot of my friends were on Horde, so I actually hopped over and started playing on there all the way. I'm still on Horde and retail, and then for Classic, I'm gonna go back to Alliance because I think that's just kind of how I remember stuff. Like when I played the stress test, I think through level 1 through 10, I remembered everything without actually like before I started watching all that stuff, and I was like, holy shit, I actually still remember where to go, like without looking up or anything, and which was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But that was just more my enjoyment. I never played Mage ever. I've never played Mage of any time I've ever played WoW. So I was like, I want to try this class at least. I think I've played almost every other class, and I think that's why I was like, I just got to try something new. And then I saw that it's really easy. You know, when you get older, I feel like just clicking one button, how Mage is, like I'll be fine. Like I won't have to think as much. So I think that's more the requirement. I think was really for Mage for me.
Yeah.
And they're great gold farmers.
Yeah. Ali, how about you?
I started playing really fucking late. I discovered WoW in Draenor. So I'm a newer player, but I feel like that was a good thing because I didn't hate Draenor as much as everybody else did because I had no expectations. So like to me it was good. I was still discovering WoW. So like to me Draenor, great expansion. It was good content. It just didn't have a lot of it. And I played Terra before and I liked it a lot, but it felt empty. And then my ex was really trying to get me into WoW, and I didn't want to play because I was like, it's too cartoony. And then I started playing it, and I've put so many fucking hours into this game. Like it's so easy to just like waste 12. Well, waste. It's not a waste, but you know what I mean. So I really fucking love that game. I'm so fucking excited to play it. I've never played vanilla, so like I want to experience it. I want to know why everybody says that vanilla is the best. So I'm pretty hyped for that.
Yeah, I think one of the good things about having started that late is like the actual mechanics of the vanilla raids are gonna feel so easy to you. Like
That's true.
the hard part about vanilla raids is the prep for them, like the
But
amount of time you have to put in to prep for them.
I always use Healbot, so I don't know if that's a thing in vanilla or if I'm gonna have to learn to heal like not the Healbot way. So
I think
I'm worried about
yeah,
that.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be a thing, I think, eventually. But I'm hoping Blizzard probably takes a stance against add-ons, or at least some of the add-ons. You know, cause...
No, they said certain ones that make it automatic. So like anything that makes like autopilot or anything like that makes you not actually have to like play the game as much or like as vigorously as some people. That I think those are the ones they said they're gonna not allow. But I mean, there's a lot of add-ons from like old days and things that we kind of have now that are implemented that you can actually already download.
Yeah, like one of the hot topics right now going on like streams in the Reddit is the LFG add-on that some guy made. I think S-Fan interviewed or Asmongold or someone. I can't remember who it was. I remember watching it just like a day or two ago. But it's basically an add-on that is like a scuffed like looking for group system.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people think like, oh, that's a no-brainer. Like, yeah, that'd be great for the game. You know, it's quality of life. It makes things quicker, easier, it's convenient, but I mean that takes away a lot of like what classic is to a lot of people.
Exactly,
like
yeah.
The social interaction, the difficulty of just like finding someone
standing in front of a dungeon and being like looking for a priest.
Well, or more importantly, just like having a guild, right? Like the necessity of a guild, right? To have people this on call to, you know, group up and do something. That's like really important, and that's what creates, you know, community. And I want the newbies to struggle like we did. True.
Yeah.
True. No, I really do believe like the people that have no clue and only played retail are going to download that. Honestly, like I don't see why. Like if there's such a normal for them, and they all think like I remember the one post I saw on Twitter that I was trying to respond to about it, where someone said like, "Oh, so you don't want to wait like the 5-10 minutes to like just find a group? Like you want it like that instantly? Like that's just like." I don't know, like that, like I don't know what you were saying, Coach. Like going through the process of like finding people and meeting new people is like kind of like the fun part of it all.
Exactly.
It's like more
General chat's
immersive
dead.
too, you know?
Yeah.
It's not about like what these people aren't getting is it's not about the time. Like they're like, well, it saves you time and stuff. That it has nothing to do with that. Is like you're building like a server community by having people interact with each other directly.
hmm
And that's really what the retail game is missing. Like I don't know about you guys. I haven't been in a serious guild since before Warlords. So like
Same.
I've
For
played the
me, it
game
was
solo.
Legion.
I've done every raid pugged like since Warlords.
Really?
Yeah. Like
I've done Mythic.
yeah, I mean
Bugs are
a
not a
couple.
thing in vanilla, right?
um
Yeah, no, they definitely are. I used to
Yeah,
pug.
you still bug?
I used to lead AQ20 raids when we would just pug them.
yeah.
I was just like a
Yeah.
dumb kid in high school, and we. I
AQ20
didn't
is
know what I was doing.
puggable. MC will be puggable eventually.
Oh yeah, it'll be puggable first week. Like you're gonna see, like all the hardcore players are gonna hit 60. You bet your ass, like week 2, they're gonna be pugs for like maybe 20, 30 people in a raid, and they'll try to fill in the rest of the spots. You know.
I think the
Mhm.
ones you'll have trouble with, obviously, AQ40, Nax will probably be a lot harder to pug. Those,
I think Nax will still get pugged, but we'll see.
yeah. But
But
but like I feel like when it gets pugged though, it's gonna be by people that are already like that know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be
Yeah.
like on retail. Like a lot of pugs
Yeah.
are like they're just people who couldn't get in guilds and stuff,
yeah,
right?
it's not gonna be like an LFR pug. You know, it's gonna
Yeah.
be a little different.
Doesn't
Yeah.
help.
But another thing about the like looking for group stuff, I feel like that kind of stuff, obviously it builds community, but one thing people don't talk about at all is it like just kills immersion when you have all these like systems and buttons and screens that just do stuff for you. You know,
Yeah.
to me that's like a total immersion killer, you know.
Mhm.
Which I think is stupid. A lot of people don't talk about like immersion. But you know, when you log into like the game and you just have all these screens, everything's like so contrived and just like laid out for you. It's just like I'm playing. You feel like you're playing a game and not like in a world like doing something. You know, that feel. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like a feeling. It just feels different. You know.
In general, chat's just not a bunch of memes. Like honestly, like when I was playing retail earlier, they were talking about some stuff that shouldn't even say on stream, like in the general chat. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm just trying to do this like all the world quests for today. And I'm like, okay, I gotta turn this off for the day.
Yeah, it's funny like how I like it's funny how different the chat is like compared to vanilla. Like now you see like all like the Twitch emotes and shit in chat. Like it's so funny how different it is.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any like early memories of WoW like of
Oh
like
my
being
God,
like
yes.
a newbie? Like I'll give you like one of mine. So like my friend was a paladin and I think a druid at the time. No, I was a hunter. Sorry, I was a hunter. And there's the paladin quest to go make your hammer, and you had to go to Shadowfen Keep, right? It's in Horde territory, and we didn't know like how the game worked or like PvP worked, and like we get in Horde territory, and we're like, what does this mean? And then I put on detect undead, thinking it's gonna find like player undead,
Yeah.
and we're like hiding
It's
in
good thinking though.
we're like hiding in bushes and shit, like as if it matters. And like obviously now we know like that doesn't fucking matter. I just remember like us trying to like get to Shadowfang Keep without getting ganked. What about you
It's funny.
guys?
Like where to start. I have so many memories. I mean, this one's not a funny one, but I mean, we had a lot of funny moments. My best memory of playing WoW was maybe when Wrath was out, and I was just introducing my brother to the game, and it was during one of the summers. We were off school, and we just played nonstop for like a month straight, and that was my best memory, just playing with my younger brother. And teaching him the game and learning with him. But God, I had a lot of friends I met in BC that I raided with and played with, and man, we did so many things, like summon people to the bottom of the ocean, like mind control people off cliffs and duels. One of my best memories, which I remember vividly, is we would very frequently raid Stormwind, and we had a secret spot in the city, which I'm not gonna like say yet, but like we would always go to this room in Stormwind and try to hold out as long as we could, and that was one of the most fun things we would do. And people on the forums would always complain about us, like, or not complain, but like talk trash, that sort of thing. So we were some we started a lot of stuff, on the server. We had a lot, and we were a small group of guys, but doing stuff like that, man, that's always just stands out to me.
I actually remember I was actually stuck on a server. It's like weird, it's embarrassing kind of thing, but I was in Emerald Dream, which was the RP PvP server.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like my friend from Burger King that I'd met. So like when I worked there in high school, he's like, oh, you can join our guild. No clue what I was getting into. And I think it was like the first like 2 weeks in, I had to go to a fucking wedding. And it was a wedding in there that was like in Stormwind. And I sat there for an hour and a half, not knowing what the fuck's going on. And these people are like all sitting in Ventrilo, like talking about like how much they like. It was a whole RP session. I was like, what in the fuck? Like, I remember I was just like, what the fuck is this? It was just always the funniest thing, like all the interactions these people had. Because like at that time I was 15, I think, or 14. And these people were like 35, 40. And I'm like the young kid in there. And I'm just like, oh God, can't do this shit.
Yeah, it's funny. Me and my friends we would occasionally see people doing that, like RPing. One time it was outside of Storm, and we were actually going to do one of our city raids, and we actually saw people like a woman, a human female dressed up in like a dress, and then like a man like walking toward, how you slow walk in the game and like kneeling in front of her. Like they were doing like some sort of like wedding proposal or something. So instead of never like low level. So instead of killing, we all just gathered around and like, started cheering them on. And then eventually, like one of my friends just like hit him with a staff and just like killed him. And then we didn't kill the
They had requirements when you showed up to guild meetings for that guild that we do it in game, and like you had to RP walk into the place and RP walk around everywhere. Like,
oh my!
I remember seeing people wait in line, like at the bank or at vendors. I would see them like actually stand in line.
Yeah,
that was.
I know nothing about RP servers, so it doesn't get worse than that. That's like. Wait, going out of your way to just waste your time just so.
I mean, you were talking about immersion 3 seconds ago. That's like
but like there's like a line somewhere along it. Like, Jesus.
Ultra.
I mean, you have like talent trees and skill points and stuff, like RPG elements. That should be like enough of like, okay, this is a game. But like, Jesus, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I had friends. I think they played on Moonguard, and like they talked about how like if they wanted to like respect their talents, they had to come up with like a story reason, like their character like like went and did like training or something. Like I thought it was so funny. Like
you're a frost mage, right? I'm cold. I have a cold. Go fire. Stupid shit like that.
Or a priest going shadow, like sold their soul to Satan, so like now they're straying away from the light.
Yeah, I can tell you're more of a RP that's real good. That's real good. No, that makes a lot of sense now. Like here, let me try my class. So I'm a warrior. I'm gonna be tanking, and I want to kill people in PvP. I mean, like, what am I, just like crazy or something?
Maybe you go the route of like not killing anyone. That
because your father left for the war, and you've never gotten over that. So
I have daddy issues.
Dude, the best actually in stress test they saw was a guy RPing as Adam Sandler talking about his new movie on Netflix and talking about all his movies. And dude, I was laughing so hard, like when I'm leveling, like this guy would just out of nowhere just start talking about Adam Sandler things. Like, hey, have you guys checked out my newer Netflix original starring Jennifer Aniston, like the murder mysteries? It's great. Received flashing review. I'm like, holy shit.
That's actually genius. So your RPing is not anything WoW related, but you're still RPing. That's a good way to get a server. Oh man.
So like going back to the add-ons, do you guys are you guys gonna start with any add-ons installed, or are you gonna wait?
There's a couple.
Yeah.
But like there's actually one that I can't physically do after bag-ons. I don't give two fucks if everyone likes the 6 bag slot thing. That I can't do that, dude. I need full organization of all my things properly all in one bag. I physically can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, virtually, but yeah.
I've always sorted my things by bag, so it's the opposite.
Yeah. See, that's how my friends say it.
This is my gear. This is my mats.
I think I'm gonna use Lazy Pig because, if it's out, I didn't check if it's out, but like, especially because I don't know. Did you guys all log on the stress test or play beta at all?
No.
Stress test. Yeah.
So like in the stress test, there was so much competition for mobs in that first like 1 to 5 area So I just want to be able to get through that as quick as possible. Like I just want to get out of Northshire Abbey like as soon as possible. So I'm just gonna blaze through the quest, run right past the.
Are you gonna be the asshole if you see everyone in line, just skip the line and just like go in?
Oh fuck yeah!
Of course, like who would wait in line?
There was a line in my stress test for like 14 people, and I was like,
Okay.
I can't.
I'll tell you right now, there's not going to be a line on launch. I'll just tell you that right now. People are going to be at each other's throats going for the top tags.
True.
Yeah, like assuming I'm not stuck in a queue and I get on right away, like I want to get ahead of the curve because that's the biggest way to if your goal is to speed level, like that's the biggest way to make sure that you're getting ahead is just get ahead of that initial pack of players, you know.
Absolutely.
I want a WoW experience. I don't want to speed level.
Well, I'm going to be leveling fast just because I enjoy playing the game efficiently, and I've leveled so many characters. I've pretty much leveled every single class to 70 except Warrior. So as far as add-ons go, I've played the game so much without them. I'm probably not going to use too many, except for stuff that helps with combat, and then obviously like DPS meters and stuff like that. Because as a guild leader, I'm going to need to be looking at those. But I like to play the game.
Still a thing?
It will be. It definitely will be.
It's actually there's a different name for one of the ones that are available.
Yeah, but as far as add-ons go, I don't like to use too many just because I never really have, and I've never really like needed it too much. Oh, and as far as the because I wanted to say the RP stuff goes, my guild will be doing like RP events on the weekends, but it may not be like the RP events actual RPers would like. But, I'm not going to say exactly what we have. Some fun stuff planned, so we are going to do some wedding. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be stuff like that, but we have some fun stuff planned. So I am gonna RP and relive that part of my life that I miss. You know?
Yeah, I will say, like, speaking to what Ali said, like, you know, you're saying you want the WoW experience. Like, I feel like I've had that, like, you know, many times over in vanilla. So like one of my favorite experiences ever in WoW was me and my friend, we rolled Death Knights right at the start of Wrath, and we raced to 80 to try and be the first 80 Death Knight on the server. And he ended up winning, but like it's one of the most fun I've ever had in WoW, like trying to like push that, like being the first. I ended up being, I think, third on the server. It was like my friend and then a horde guy and then me. But it was just so much fun. So like I guess I'm trying to like recreate that experience for myself a little bit.
Imagine talking about Death Knights in a classic cast.
Yeah, I know. I get that. But like
I'll just kidding. I used to Death Knight was my main when they like in End of Wrath and Cat.
I've never actually played one.
They're fun.
They I mean in Wrath they spoiled you, but like I guess what I'm saying is like I don't have any illusions that I'll be like one of the first, like I don't think I'll be like, you know, a first 60 mage or anything like that, but like I definitely want to be in that first like group of players that hit 60, you know.
Yeah, like what Ali was saying, I want to experience classic. If I wanted to, I think I could, because I have the infrastructure, I have the guild, I have enough time off where I could probably be one of the first 60s. But yeah, I mean, to me, the best part about WoW and Classic is the leveling and the world PvP and the open world and stuff while you're leveling, because that's why I would always level characters. That was just the most fun for me. So, you know, I'm going to be leveling fast, but I'm also going to be enjoying the game. And if something happens that I want to do, you know, like kill somebody, I'll do it. You know, I'm not going to just like avoid all conflict and just because it's going to slow me down or do dungeon leveling like a lot of these streamers are doing. I feel bad for them. They feel like obligated to do that just to get one extra MC clear over like everybody else. That's really what it's going to come down to, because the people who really want to hit 60 are probably going to get it in 2 or 3 weeks, you know? So
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be in a spell cleave group or anything like that, but like I'm still gonna quest and stuff to level and be in the open world mainly, not grind dungeons, but I still want to be like, you know, I want to be as efficient as possible, like while doing that.
I want to do one of each dungeon.
Yeah.
Even the Alliance ones too. Like I want to do Dead Mines just to experience it, and that's going to slow me down a ton. But again, I'll be playing enough to the point where it's like I'll probably be, you know, where I need to be. You know, at the end of the day.
I think post 50 is maybe when I'll grind dungeons, but because
Yeah,
you
it's a good time to
you
do
start
it,
like
yeah.
running out of quests. If I remember right from my
38.
yeah, you
It's like 38, I think. Ish.
They don't plan on
You actually
fixing
want to mob.
that.
no, no.
It's not fully that you run on a quest. It's just like in terms of like time, like you want to kind of like actually just mob grind because you're going all over the place.
Yeah,
So,
there's like 3 quests here. There's 2 quests over
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
And the
yeah,
qu-
it's just certain areas.
It-
and
it's
the
not-
quests, a lot of them take you just like all over the place too.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because they expect you to have your mount by 40, but nobody's gonna afford that. So
mhm.
Oh, you
I will.
should. If you know what you're doing, you should have your mount at 40. Like
really, I've been
Oh.
told the opposite. Everyone's like, "There's no
Mhm.
way you're gonna get it."
any class, as you know, even if you get super unlucky, if you do everything right, you should be able to get your
Just
mount.
pick
It-
everything
yeah,
up. and
if you're not like buying like stuff from the auction house and stuff, like you should be good.
Be
Yeah, I
smart
mean,
about what skills you buy. Professions.
that'd be-
Don't raise your professions because that's a gold sink. You know,
Mhm.
unless you know how to make money with like enchanting or something. And raise skinning. Just vendor all the leathers. Don't even worry about the auction house. You could even like vendor greens sometimes if it's like taking up inventory space, because a lot of greens sell for probably as much as you get on the auction house anyway.
Mhm.
After you factor in all the fees, you know, some greens you obviously want to sell because they're like, you got to know what's valuable, what's not. You need some knowledge of the game, but even without that, like you should be able to, should be pretty close. Should be pretty close.
And anyways, when the people first start playing the game, nobody's gonna have gold, so you're gonna have to vendor it because nobody's gonna buy your shit
Yeah.
from the auction
I mean,
house.
I'm only picking up skinning and mining like right away because everything. Like anytime I see anything, I'm just getting it, selling it right away.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you purposefully kind of go out of your way to get mining nodes, you're probably not even going to be able to raise mining, in my opinion. Even with
I was
the
thinking
layering.
of
But
I honestly, I found quite a bit
tailoring.
where I was doing it.
Mm.
When I was stressed for both stress tests, I actually like had no issues just finding notes. But I mean, at the same time, no one else was probably doing that. So like, there's
Yeah.
probably a bunch of notes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I was running around getting so much.
okay. Yeah, we'll see. I think a lot of that has to do with how much they layer the game and
Yeah.
how much everybody's split up, and or you know, if it's easy to abuse layers, because they said if you get invited to another person's party in a different layer, you get pulled to that layer. So if
Mhm.
you have a friend, you just sit on nodes and stuff. You know, when you get higher level, when the nodes are a little bit harder to find, you know, people might abuse that sort of stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah,
Definitely see.
True.
I feel like there's definite like I know there's people are getting a lot of shit for like you know saying anything good about layering, but I think the fact that it's going to allow so many people to be on the server, and it also helps us as streamers from getting stream sniped constantly. I think at least at the beginning it's going to be a good thing, and then eventually like as players dip out and the layering goes away, like you know, as long as that actually holds true, I think it's actually a pretty good system that they have.
I think the only upside to layering is initial launch. I don't think streamers being able to avoid snipers is an upside. And I'm a streamer, and if someone wants to camp me, bring it on. You know, because I just think that's such a. There's so many ways a streamer can prevent that. You know. Or just combat it, right? Like bring their squad. They have the following, fight them off, hire bodyguards. You know, there's plenty of options for streamers other than just like whining and being like, well, I'm on it. At least I have a different layer. You know, like there's so many different answers to that, and I think it's just such a bad reason to say that layering that or why you'd want to like have layering or keep it. But I do get like as a streamer, obviously you don't want to get ganked or camped. But
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't mind
Play
it
on a PVE server.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
sure, that's
I don't
the
mind
solution.
it like
Run it away.
down the line. The only time I care about it is at the beginning, you know. So
Yeah.
like you know, that's the only thing is I don't want my progress completely stopped because someone decides they want to like just
I mean, as
follow
long
me
as
around
People are
for
looking
hours.
forward to that. Like
Like I
so
said,
many people are like, I can't wait
but-
to just gank people. It's
Okay,
like,
so here, let me explain. So like what I like about it is that like you get ganked, then you call your friends, and then you get
What if
revenge
they
on the
don't have
guy, and then they
friends?
call their friends, and so on, and it gets bigger and bigger, right? That's what I like. That's not going to happen at the beginning because people are going to be too focused on leveling. So like it's going to be a lot harder to get something like that organized. Like when you've seen that happen on like that night where like Stay Safe and Ms. Kiff were like leading armies against each other on stream, like that happened. Almost all of them, not all of them, but almost all of them were max level for the beta at the time, you know. So like that's the type of stuff you do when you're max level. But like, you know, when you have shit to do, a lot of people are not going to want to take the time to run across the world to help you gank somebody,
Yeah, as long as like you get in without a queue, honestly, in a PvP server, you'll be like at least ahead enough that like even if someone actually bothers to come for you, you're probably not gonna have that much of an issue with them.
Yeah.
The problem is if you sit in queue for 5 hours and then that one boy's been waiting for you and he's been on there for 5 hours, then that's when he's gonna make your life hell probably for a minute. But like I don't know, that's the only thing I could really see. I highly doubt we really see too much till like day
Phase
2.
two.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. It will be intriguing to see how much of it is really. So, because I know, like in S Fan's guild, he had talked about in a guild meeting that, like, because he's streaming for a Vegas, whatever, for the method thing, that like he might actually be like, oh, you guys need to all get here because like someone's just like everyone's just going after him while he's just trying to level all that
Just
shit. So.
think about that for a second. Think of the type of person that camps a streamer. Like they have no life and they have no friends and they get satisfaction from getting all that attention. So they have no friends. Now think of a streamer. They have a massive following and tons of friends. I don't see what the issue is. You die once, boo-hoo, bring your squad, you're never gonna die again,
Because SFAT is huge, but if you're 50 viewer Andy, not necessarily everybody's gonna come to your rescue.
True. That's true.
The classic WoW section on Reddit actually has been hilarious. Because they hate fucking streamers. I mean, they hate most of them. But so like people have been posting like videos.
I love that they hate streamers.
Oh yeah, and they have like
I love
posting stream sniping videos that they have, and they're like all getting boners off of it. They're like, "Holy fuck, this is awesome!" And they're like, "This is the greatest thing." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I camped for like an hour.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Oh, they hate Asmon there.
I think it's funny how much like it's so funny how much like. I don't know if they just don't get his sense of humor or what. Like they just like they take everything he says like 100% seriously, and like it's so funny.
I think you maybe not too many people actually get triggered by that. Although I do understand what you're talking about. Most people get triggered, and I don't like streamers if they're going to do this too. And I know I'm a streamer. I'm obviously not as big as these guys, but if streamers are using their community like people who aren't even in their guild to get an edge, I'm gonna be pissed about that. And if I see that happening, like I'm gonna be starting some. I'll be like, okay, if you see Asmon Gold or whoever does it, I don't want to name names, go after him, kill on sight, because I don't think that's true to Classic, but if you have a guild, and you have people that are helping you out, following you around, that's fine, because I mean that's just normal. You help out your guild. So I do think, especially these bigger streamers have a massive advantage, and if they whine about stream sniping, then I think Reddit has a right to hate them.
Yeah,
I just think Reddit has a right to dislike them because they have plenty of advantage.
I think though it is true to Classic a little bit. Not on the same scale, but like I remember like when I played vanilla, like everybody knew who the main tank of like the best guild was. Like he was like there becomes like popular players on the server, you know what I mean? Like, and I definitely think that guy got advantages that other people didn't have. Like, I guarantee you people were doing stuff to try and impress that guy, even though he wasn't a streamer. But everybody fucking knew who he was. If he was in your group, like, people would be like, oh my god, this so-and-so's in our group, So I definitely...
I think they get, like, loot advantage and shit. Like, if a mount's gonna drop, everyone's gonna be like, have it. Or, like, the gear.
Well, I don't think any mounts dropping, right? Well,
I mean, doesn't Onyxia
I mean,
drop?
the AQ has the... like the colored scarabs that you could use in the instance.
The gear fighting should be interesting. I know like Esfon talked about it, about like how like if you whine like that you don't get a piece or anything, he's kicking you out. Like he's being pretty like he's like they're trying to do it fair and everything and like all that type of stuff, but like he doesn't want like a whole war of like people just getting pissed off at each other, because I mean that's honestly what causes the biggest issues is like that kind of shit.
Yeah, and we're gonna see the return of like loot councils in DKP, which you don't really see anymore.
That's minus 50 DKP.
I'll be running a loot council.
Yeah, I think loot council honestly is one of the best ways to do it. So like, how are you gonna do the loot council? Just like, are you gonna do it by like what are the things that are gonna go into your choice of who gets a piece of gear?
So you want to foster competition that's healthy for guilds. At the same time, you don't want to completely alienate people who don't have as much time to play, and uh, you want them to strive to be better. So DPS meters and healing meters and that sort of thing are obviously going to be a factor. I'd say probably over half of how we judge who gets loot, but a big part about vanilla and why it's such a great game is there's so many other ways to contribute to a guild, and it's why I'm not really a big fan of all these private server people and players, because they only see the numbers, and they don't see personalities, they don't see contributions, they don't see sacrifices people make. They just look at the damage numbers. So stuff like Warlock's going to help summon people farming consumables for the guild.
You got that too, Amber Alert?
Yeah.
Yep.
All kinds of stuff like that kiting in a raid for while the other hunter is doing like way more damage, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Stepping up. Me and all the officers and class leaders will take that kind of stuff into consideration.
Are you gonna factor in class imbalances when you are looking at the meters?
That's a good question, and I'll probably need to talk to my class leaders about that, but I think we will. Yeah, I think we will, because a lot of this. I mean, obviously everybody knows warriors and rogues are pretty much top DPS all through vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say like an item that's best in slot for rogue drops, and a feral druid wants it. Like we're gonna have one feral druid, so where do you draw the line? So we're probably it's gonna be tough, but we're gonna try to be as fair as we can with it. But that's a super good question.
Are you
I don't
gonna?
have a good answer.
Are you gonna, like you said, you're gonna allow a feral druid? Are you gonna allow like any other things like Ret Paladin or Shadow Priest? Oh, actually, sorry, you're Horde, so it doesn't matter for.
We have a couple
Paladin,
enhanced shamans. I told them one like meme spec per raid. I want people to be able to play the way they want, and we have a lot of really good players. A lot of super like high rated league players, arena players, WoW vets. A lot of my friends who are pretty good at the game. So I told everybody we're gonna have fun. We're gonna clear the content, and if someone's underperforming, we'll talk to them, and we're gonna try to do our best, letting people play the way they want, but within reason, obviously. So I just set a hard cap. I said one enhanced shaman, one whatever boomkin, one shadow priest parade, and if we're doing all right, we'll ease up on that a little bit. But yeah, like I don't want to be that guy, like again, if I'm preaching about like not being a meter whore, and then I go and say like, oh no, enhanced shaman's allowed, I'm being a bit of a hypocrite, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of our philosophy, our mindset.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I guess like, what are like some of your goals, each of you, in Classic? Are you setting any goals for yourself? Are you just are you just gonna start playing, see where it goes? Do you have anything in mind, like I want to hit this level by this time, or anything like that?
I want to hit 60 by week 2. I think I can. I mean, it really all depends. Like I did Dead Man mode in RuneScape, which is like the hardcore thing where you have to like level up as fast as you can and like do all that type of shit. And I was putting in like 20 hours a day, like 18 hours a day doing that for like a week. And I died to a nice bug, but I mean, I still at least had fun getting to that point really with it all. Yeah, I think like that'll be my goal, and then after that, I kind of just want to see where it goes really with it. I mean, the big thing is having to wait for all these other phases to do all that other kind of fun like PvP stuff, actually for honor to actually mean the full thing really at the end of the day. And I think I'm just gonna get to that point and then kind of see where I'm at. Like I could see myself being like all just PvE for a while, not going and harassing people, but at the same time, I could see myself just running around just killing people after a while.
Gotcha. Ali,
I also.
Go ahead, Coach. Whoever wants to talk, go
ahead. I'm talking enough.
I want to raid. I don't think I have a time thing, because I don't know how much of WoW I'm going to be streaming, or if I'm going to be streaming other things too. So I don't think that I'm going to be rushing it. But I want to raid, and I want to max out professions, and like I like that. And I mean, it was different. I've been playing a lot in Legion, but it felt useful to like max out my cooking and max out my alchemy, and I would give everybody their food buffs and their potions. And so I wanna raid. I think that's the only thing I want to do.
And for you, you're playing a healer, so anytime you hit 60, someone's gonna want you. in their raid. So.
Holy priest, easy peasy. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Coach?
I'm also hoping to hit 60 by the end of week 2. That's my goal. I want to clear all the raid content with my guild. I want to potentially get Thunder Fury. That's I've
Did
never
someone
had a
say Thunder Fury Blizzard Blade of the Windseeker?
which would be cool. Just having fun, man. That's what it's all about. Just having fun, and getting to know everybody in my guild, and just having a good time. I want to do a lot of world PvP and a lot of guild stuff, because that's something that has kind of eluded me over the years playing WoW. Like all my best memories are with my guild back in BC. So I want to kind of recreate that.
Are you guys gonna like make a vent server for like extra nostalgia, like voice chatter?
Hey, Jelly. We gotta get him. Oh shit, he's let's mute in Discord for now.
Hello.
And switch to appear in voice so that Jelly could hear us.
Hello.
Hey, with
Hello.
hello.
Hello. Hello.
Look at that. Your camera looks like Squad W right now.
Hello.
Can he not hear us?
Hello.
Jelly looks like he just woke up, man.
No, he did. He texted me saying he just woke up. I was like, come on.
Very nice. So what's up, Jelly?
I am gonna grab a coffee real quick. I'm gonna hop on my computer, and we're gonna talk about some classic WoW, some theories I have. Okay.
All right, nice. When you hop on, also get in my Discord. We're gonna use that audio instead, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Razor. Yes, Razor. Right away, Razor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
You got some theories.
I
All
didn't
right.
think he was.
I'm gonna remute and go back to.
I didn't know he texted me and I was like, yeah, just come on in. He came in in 2 seconds after he texted me.
Nice. All right. So, Coach, one of the biggest things you're leading a guild. So, are you gonna try to go for a Scarab Lord?
Ooh, yeah, that's one thing we've been talking about. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know exactly how that works, how it's gonna work in Classic, but I was actually talking after our guild meeting yesterday to one of my buddies who is a stay-at-home dad, so he's gonna be able to pretty much no-life the game, and he said he wants it, and I told him, hey, if I'm getting like maintain tank loot, I get Thunder Fury, I'll let him get the mount, if it does come to that. Because he said he wanted it, but I am not exactly sure how that's going to work with everything. Like, there's a time limit once the gong gets rung the first time, and I'm not honestly, my memory's a little fuzzy, and I honestly I don't know exactly how it works. It's been a while.
There's parts of it that require the whole guild to be basically helping the one person that you're trying to get the title for. So, there's these things you have to collect. You basically, and you would be fighting over mobs, and assuming layering is gone by then, you basically need the whole guild there to help you, because otherwise you're gonna be PvPing with whoever else is fighting over the mobs, and also you're competing with your own faction. But if you complete the whole quest line, and then someone rings the gong, and you do it, I think, is it within 10 hours? Something like that?
I should remember.
Yeah, you still get the mount. So, I don't know if you get the title, but you get the mount.
So, I guess you could
wrong,
assume that when it's available, it's going to happen very, very quickly, the first ring, but just because of the nature of how packed Faralina will be, right?
Yeah, but what gives you time is that there's the server wide people have to turn in shit basically to progress the
which will happen instantly. Because we already know what all the supplies are, and Blizzard said they aren't going to change it, so that's going to happen. Everyone's going to stockpile supplies before that happens. That's going to be instant.
True. Yeah. So So yeah, but that's pretty much the only thing that would give you a buffer of time to catch up if if that doesn't happen instantly. So
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm a realist, all right, and I'm not gonna lie and say that. Oh yeah, we're totally gonna get. I from that info and just if Blizzard is gonna stay true to their word about removing layering. Do I think me or anyone in my guild is gonna get Scarab Lord? No, I don't. I don't. Because we're not a huge guild, and we don't have like legions of Twitch viewers to help us out. But you never know. You never know. Maybe one of us could like sneak in and get it. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be cool if someone in our guild did though, for sure.
I like for me the AQ, like that whole quest line, opening the AQ gates, all that I feel like is like the most epic thing that's ever happened in WoW. Like
It's gonna be the laggiest thing too. 'Cause
Yeah.
If it is one layer, that's gonna be the worst thing ever. Like I actually think the servers will crash.
yeah,
100%. It's gonna be so bad.
I don't know. Like were any of you there like for the initial AQ gate opening with the attacks in Tanaris and all that shit?
I missed it.
It was crazy, but like you would get disconnected like every 5 minutes. Like
Really?
it was so bad. But now I mean their server tech's way better now, but I don't know how much better it would be.
You'd assume they'd be prepared.
Yeah, they said on the Classic Cast that they will not be putting in layering at all for just that, even for that part. Like they won't bring it. You literally are going to be on one layer for that. So that should be interesting.
It's gonna be huge.
Yeah, like I think like brought up a good point that I'm intrigued to see is like each time they open up a new phase, like what is the expectations of the server? Because like if you're on one layer at that point when new phases, because like when phase 2 happens, apparently the layering is going to happen like almost like a week or a few days before to one layer. So once phase 2 starts, like everyone that might have got to 6-year X and Y are going to want to come back. And how bad is it going to be then? Like each phase is just going to bring back like the new players every time. It's just like that in retail. Like you could see the growth when every time they bring like a new raid in or a new patch or something like that. That I don't know. I'm intrigued to see how bad that'll be.
Yeah, I definitely think there'll be a bump in players every time a new phase comes out. So, yeah. Did they say how long it'll be between phases yet, or?
I don't think they have a full timetable, but I think like their goal is still like 2 or 3 months or something like that. But we'll see. I don't know. Like they want to apparently get rid of layering as fast as they can. So I mean, even after like a week, they're gonna start getting rid of some, and like I actually like it's gonna continue progressively getting to that point. And they haven't said if it's gonna go by server, like meaning like all the servers will just get one layer, or if it's gonna be like this server gets it now and then like progressively get there. I guess they don't know really yet. I think they just kind of want to wait and see how it kind of like really comes to all the fruition with everyone being on.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna work. I think they'll hold true to their word, but they're going to offer server transfers, and they're going to. I guarantee you, some of these streamers again are going to be getting DMs from Blizzard guys, even though I they have like a history of not really like talking to streamers much, saying like, "Hey, can you move off this server for us?" You know, I just don't see how it's gonna work.
Yeah,
and even
your
being
600
that
players go there.
yeah, even being that pessimistic, I'm still playing on the streamer server because that's like that's where I want to be. It's gonna be so much fun, but yeah, we'll see what kind of tricks they got up their sleeve.
By the way, if there's server transfers before AQ, I guarantee you'll see some of these big like streamer guilds switch to a low pop server for AQ to get the streamer Scarab Lord, and then they'll switch back.
They could do that.
Guaranteed.
The only downfall is I think it's a 90 or 60-day change before you can actually switch back on realms.
They might not offer a switchback. You generally,
that's true.
Population balance, it's just a free switch off.
True.
Just
yeah.
But yeah, that does seem something like that could happen if they let it. Yeah, and when they remove layering too, there's going to be obviously everyone's biggest fear with picking a server, apart from picking like a stupid name like Old Blanchy or something, is which is the new server, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, they added Old Blanchy and Westfall and a couple other ones.
Westfall is a cool one, but
and it's an East Coast server.
I just like every time they put him out though, like the first sentence is please to God if you're on Herod or like any of these, please go there. They're like, please just leave the server.
Severe queues.
Yeah, they keep putting like,
but
like it's gonna be like 20-hour queues.
Oh
But
my
if,
god, that bad?
Well, that's I mean they don't even give a number. They're not even saying the word few. Like it's like coaches. They said several.
They,
Like
they were
it's gonna be
saying
a lot.
they were saying that there might be so many people that you won't
can't
even
even
make it
get-
into the queue.
Right. You can't
Period.
even connect to the login server. So there's a queue for the queue, basically. Like,
Nice.
it's a line for the line. Yeah. It's like Trainwreck's intro, you know? It's like
Yeah.
And then the worst
No.
is if you get disconnected after you're in, and then you have to.
mhm.
Do it
That'd be
all
so.
over
It'd be so
again.
nice if they had like what it is like an RP like service for like GTA and all that stuff. Like if I get DC'd or I crash, like I got 5 minutes to get back in before I lose my spot. I wish they would do that because yeah, that would be my luck. I'd be like finally in, just start walking around. It's just like gone. And I'm just like, okay, well, see you guys again in like 7 hours.
Yeah, but everyone's big fear is a streamer transferring off a server, then the server being a ghost town. So
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. But then definitely another thing Blizzard has to consider with this big balancing act. So I'm actually genuinely curious and interested. I really am. I'm interested to see kind of like what they decide to do and how it works out. Because I mean, they have the numbers, we don't, and I'm just kind of along for the ride.
The one thing is going to be interesting is that you can be in the character spot, right, to hit play at like 6 o'clock, right?
Mhm.
How are the servers not going to crash at that moment when everyone's slamming the play button all within like 3 seconds of each other?
True.
Like that's the one thing I'm intrigued to see is like because you might be waiting there, get in, and then everything just goes down, and then you can't get back and all like shift tab out quickly, restart the game to get back into that line.
Mhm.
Like I don't know if there's going to be like an actual strategy to like maybe not hit the play button right away. Don't be one of those people that crash with it, or like actually smash it and hope that you get it in. I don't know, but it doesn't make sense if it's somehow servers with 0 people in it are gonna just bring in like 200,000 people in like fucking like 2 seconds. Like I don't see how that's gonna work at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing is like, I thought like when we did the name reserves, like that was a good estimate of
Mhm.
like what it would be like. But then I realized like I have a bunch of IRL friends. They're like, dude, I'm not even subbed. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm not subbing until it starts. So like it's gonna like double the amount of people. I feel like that were like reserving names because there's some people who don't give a shit about reserving a name and they're not playing retail. So why would they sub 2 weeks early, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that like it, I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. Did you guys get the names you wanted, by the way?
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
But I wanted Allie, so obviously it was
I heard that Sunday our character slots go up to 10. Is that true?
Yep. 1 o'clock.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so you could reserve more names if you want.
I got suplex, underwear,
That's a
and
good-
basketball.
That's suplex. I like that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be my mage, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with underwear. I'm just holding on to it for right now. But I was surprised. Like, I actually got underwear and basketball like 2 days later. I thought like because I thought someone would have taken underwear, but I was like, I remember just sitting in my upstairs like living room. And I'm like, good names, and I just ran downstairs to go check, and I was like, oh shit.
Just ran, you had an epiphany.
Yeah, that's pretty much how
gotta
it
get
was.
this
That was
name.
pretty much like the whole 48 hours after name release. I'm like, wait, I gotta go down and try this name.
All the names I wanted were
work.
taken except one, which is my streamer name. Like my streamer name I got, but I wanted just Razor, that was taken. I wanted Canute, that was taken. Well, shit.
good
Oh,
one.
I wanted a rogue named Pepe Hands, that was taken. Because I have one on retail. Trying to think of some of the other ones. So I ended up with my streamer name Razor OS. What's the other one? I have Warrior Canute Rage, like the emote. And Feels Holy Man I have for a paladin.
That's a good one.
About Allie, did you reserve any names?
I mean, I got Allie with 2 eyes, so like it matches my username, so like it works.
Yeah.
I wanted just Allie, and that's it. All of my tunes are always named Allie. It's always Allie with a different accent on the I, on the A, like different variant of
I
Allie.
used those as well.
I was gonna do that, but I forgot it's like hard to invite people. Like you have to like
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I
that's
have a
the only
French
thing.
keyboard, so it's easy for me.
Oh,
Oh,
that's-
cool. Yeah, I wanted just coach. I logged in right away, didn't get it. I got and captain. I was going to do captain coach because that's my Twitch name, and captain is like a title in WoW. It's like something you get from like farming blood cell buccaneers or something like that. I don't know, but you can't have captain in your name basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't get captain coach either unless I put an accent somewhere in the captain part.
Yeah.
Which
It's an
I can
alliance
do.
PvP title.
Okay, there you go. But I am going to try to avoid doing that. I got coach with an accent, captain coach with an accent, and I got couch. It's close to coach, you know. A lot of people just call me couch, captain couch, you know, whatever. Okay, and then I got poach for my hunter alt, so that's pretty good. Captain Poach, but just poach, you know. So I got some decent names, but not the one I wanted.
Well, I'm curious what your plans for alts are. Like, do you guys plan to like level an alt and actually raid with it, or are you just going to use it to like serve your main?
Mine's a rogue. I just want to harass people. Like it's only going to be for PvP. Like it's. I was going to start with the rogue, and then I kind of into it, and like there's no one around to like level with. It's actually shit to fucking level with as a rogue. I can't do it. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just make that my second goal because I feel like my mage, like I'll do PvP with it, but I feel like I'll raid with it a lot more, and then whenever I feel like just going to get people, just run around with my rogue.
I love like one of my favorite gang squads is you get 3 rogues and 1 hunter, and then the hunter eyes of the beast their pet like far away so that it looks like a regular mob. And then people go to attack it like it's a regular mob, and then all the rogues pop out and kill them.
The classic. Yeah, you do that with zones that aren't contested, so it flags them for PvP. I used to do that on my hunter. You make you do the RPG walk like.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Hits it and you shoot them from a mile away.
Discord
thing,
fucking up. Okay. All right.
Alt.
Oh yeah, I'll have the hunter alt, and that'll just be farm for my prop warrior.
It literally takes a fucking time. It's not like, you know, now you can have like 6 alts and you'll max them all in 2 weeks, but
Yeah, my Discord is
it's
fucking
gonna
up.
be a bitch.
Yeah, since they're gonna probably have BC after us. To go for it.
There we go. Okay, sorry guys.
I love Hunter, but in vanilla it sounds awful. Like just the backspace
hard.
being wasted by like the ammo and like keeping your pet happy, and like if you're close to a mob you can't hit this like.
Yeah, it's a lot of
sounds like a
extra
chore.
like little micromanaging work, but it makes up for it
It's
in the
immersive, but
fact that
it's-
like you almost never die as a hunter, like when you're
yeah, because you have a
leveling.
tank. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a tank and you have feign death, so it's very easy to level as a hunter, but you just have to deal with all the extra little shit.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna do the min-maxing with engineering, or are you just gonna stick to whatever profession you like?
I've always gone engineering anyway, so it's always been my
Yeah.
favorite.
Isn't that just useful for PvP?
Nah, it's best in PvE, PvP,
Really?
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Usually for your AQ to just like burn down. It's like you kind of need it actually. I think like a lot of guilds actually like make you have to have engineering.
It's a required profession for any hardcore guild. It's not even close to. It's just like the best by far, and it offers like the most utility too. It's nuts.
Yeah.
I just think engineering's cool, so I always go it on every character I've ever made. But
I know my plan is start herb and skinning, drop skinning like mid-30s, switch to alchemy, and then eventually drop herb for engineering and just be engineering.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till
alchemist.
60
Yeah.
probably. I don't really see myself doing anything else really with it. And like you said, I might actually move to herb probably like 30 eventually or something like that. But it really all depends, kind of like where I'm at really with everything. Because I actually do believe I'm going to be one of those people that do sit in dungeons the whole time. I don't know. I really just want to see how bad it gets to like farther you get ahead, really.
Yeah.
Because like it's like you feel like you'll get like pretty ahead. Like let's say you do go for like 20, 24 hours, whatever the first night. and then you wake up and like everyone's around you, and like then you're stuck waiting again or something like that. And I don't know. Like I'm so familiar with those like classic dungeons that I feel like I just sit there and do that with like kind of like the spell cleave practically, and just zone out doing that for hours.
How long do you guys think you'll play the initially when, assuming you get in right away and you're not stuck in a queue? In your first session, how long do you think you'll play?
Well,
Probably
it's easy to
20.
say like what you think you'd play, and then you don't want to stop. But I plan on going to sleep and keeping my sleep schedule relatively intact. So comes on at 5 p.m. I'll probably play for 5 or 6 hours. If I don't get in right away, I'll probably want to play longer. But yeah, I got a week off, so I'll have all day tomorrow. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to rush to 60. It's just stupid to me that you just kill your sleep schedule just to get a lead that day. I don't think getting ahead of the curve is going to be that necessary. It's definitely going to help, but I don't think it's going to help as much as people think. So my addiction to the game is going to be determined that amount, but I don't think I'm going to stay on too long the first day.
I'll go hard. I think the only downfall is like I'll sit here and drink like water after water, and I had the same problem when I was playing RuneScape. I'm like just trying to like, but at one point, dude, I was going to the bathroom every 30 or 45 minutes, and I was just like, at one point, I was like, I just.
This bad boy is gonna be filled to the brim. And then
Yeah, I don't got one of those. I got a 13 pack of these.
Yeah, mine'll fit about 50 of those. So every time I want to drink, I'll just pick it up. I'm still gonna have to take a lot of baths.
What you guys don't see is I'm actually sitting on a toilet right now, so.
Hey, my man. Yeah, no, I already
too.
my adult diapers. They should be here in a day or two. So yeah, put them in the bin once I use them.
Allie,
I'm
what
considering
about
getting
you?
I'm gonna get a mini fridge, a microwave, so I don't have to leave them around.
Nice. I'm doing meal prep instead, but my microwave would be nice, but I'll just hire a maid to bring all my food.
Ma'am.
Yeah, or something.
Just
I'll
keep
get my roommate today. Hey, what's up, Jelly?
Chilly.
There he is.
Hey, you want to see something funny? Since it's on the subject, so I didn't mean to kill Jelly's thunder, but just real quick, this is my BRB screen right here. Just real quick. Look at that. Oh, you can't read it. It's like flipped.
No,
I can
it's
we
not
can
flipped
read
for
it.
us.
It's
It's
not-
flipped for
yeah, we
you,
can
but
see
it
it.
flips it again for us. So.
Mhm.
Yeah, just a little content if I want to like turn off cam. You know what I mean?
Hello?
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 Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
There
cool.
he is.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Hi,
Okay.
guys.
What's up, man?
What's
Hi.
up, Jelly? I'll ask you the same thing I asked everybody else when they joined. Basically, introduce yourself, a little whatever your history with WoW is, and what are you playing in Classic?
Okay, so I am Jelly Peanut. I am the Jelly Peanut himself. I do a podcast sometimes, and other than that, I'm just a Pepega who does variety. Other than that, let's see. So WoW, I've been playing WoW pretty well. I played the very first moment I started playing WoW very seriously was Wrath of the Lich King, but I've technically been playing since BC. But I started actually like not playing like an idiot in Wrath of the Lich King when I was doing like heroic progression, ICC. I had like super awesome damage. I was on Wildhammer when it was actually popping, Darkspear when it was actually popping. After that, I stopped doing PvE completely, and I started going more into PvP. I led RBGs up to like pretty much hero rating, in Kata, in MOP, and in the most recent expansion, Battle for Azeroth. And Classic WoW, I'm going to be playing Rogue, and I'm probably going to be playing Alliance on Faralina, but we'll see. But that's probably what I'm doing. But yeah, thank you.
Right, very nice. Did you reserve the names you wanted, Jelly?
Yep, Jelly Peanut.
Nice, you got your
Wow.
name.
You said we'll see about Alliance.
The trainers for it. They're all going
You know,
forward on.
I do have another
different
spot or
server.
two in my guild. Always a spot for you, Mr. Jelly Peanut.
Wait, who's going Horde?
Just
Uh,
coach.
No.
Coaches
no.
are diversity hire in this podcast. So
Well, in the podcast, yeah. You mean
Yeah.
like in like the podcast ring though?
Well, I know Train is making a guild, so
Oh, a horde guild.
depends. If I mean, I don't know if it's Horde or Alliance.
He'll
I
be
think I'm
he'll
pretty
be
sure he's doing
alliance.
Alliance.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure Train's
because,
Alliance. Yeah.
We got Mo to the Mo, we got Kraken, we got Logander, Puncake. You know, everybody from like the Claws like little community. Those
Right.
are people that we probably have mutuals between us. You know, but a lot of my people might go to like League streamers and stuff like that. But
League streamers. Oh God.
yeah.
Yeah,
League streamers.
they're gonna turn on
WoW
click to
clans?
move.
Yikes.
They're gonna turn on click to move.
That's fair.
Remember that used to be an
Actually,
option.
It's yeah.
It's not there
I
anymore,
tried.
right?
I
Yeah.
think it still is.
Is
I think
it
would
really?
be. I don't
Dude,
know. I never checked. That's
Imagine
funny,
being
though.
a click to mover. Could you imagine?
Any click to movers?
Yeah.
Any
Dude,
movers?
I wonder if you're going to see the return of the. It is still there. Holy shit, dude! It must be so hard to play that way. I wonder if anybody actually does it. So yeah, I kind of lost track of what topic we were on before Jelly joined, but
Sorry. Tell me some topics that you guys were talking about before, so I can answer those as well.
well, we talked about like coaches leading a guild, so I asked him some questions about that. We talked about like some like WoW memories we had. We talked about layering and you know, server queues. We talked about add-ons.
What's layering?
So basically, there's no phases, obviously, right? So instead, you'll be on the same server, but like you could like both be in the same zone, and if that continent is overcrowded, you won't see each other. Like
Unless you're in a party, right?
You might, if you're in a party, you will. Yeah, it'll move somebody to.
Was that classic? How it was supposed to be when it launched?
No.
So I thought they said no changes.
So the biggest difference is there was a lot less people allowed on a server in Classic. So now they can fit more people on a server. So to accommodate that at launch, they're doing layering, and I think one of the main reasons they're doing it is because you're gonna have a lot of people that like they hop on and they'll hate Classic and then they'll stop playing, like, or people that will burn out very quickly just because of the nature of the game. They're used to retail, they'll go back to retail, or they'll stop playing. So to prevent like a server from becoming a ghost town, they're accommodating the higher population now, and with the expectation that people are going to stop playing.
I mean, they could just merge them if they all end up dead.
It's true.
That's true.
That's what they did in Pandaria.
That's true. That's pretty true. Yeah, it's true. That's pretty true.
True. Very
That's
true.
Pretty true. That's true. I agree, but I still am a fan of no changes. Like absolutely no changes at all. And I feel like once you start making changes to like servers and stuff like that, it's like not really a change, but kind of. So then they can kind of get away with it. But I wonder what S-Fan's opinion on this is.
Oh, he wants it. I mean, like, you need it. Like, you wouldn't be able to play on any of the servers with each other because the cap would be completely different.
Yeah, it's just honestly, it's just a matter of like the goal is for it to go away as soon as possible. You know,
why don't they just spend like an extra 10 grand on some nice servers and then just make them fucking
because
huge?
then they drop the low pop. Well, they can't do that, but they'll just drop the low pop like no issue. I mean, that's the biggest problem is like why they like released only 4 PvP to start, because they don't want to add too many to the point where like other servers are like completely hurting in like 4 months. Because I mean that'll be the case. Like Faralina, like if Asmon goes back to retail or like any like some of the other streamers or anything stop playing it, the population on the server itself is probably going to drop significantly, and you're going to see it, right? And that's the thing. Like they kind of want to avoid is like adding too many servers to the point where you'll go through and about like half of them are low pop, which they don't.
Dude, none of the big streamers are going to go back to retail. Like Asmon and S-Fan, they're not going to go back to retail.
Well, S-Fan won't. He never really played retail that much, but like Asmon, I totally would probably go back to retail eventually.
I think he'll do like
And he'll
raids
bounce-
on
he'll
retail
bounce
and ship. I
between
think he's
the
gonna
two.
stay.
Yeah, he'll do
Yeah,
both.
he'll probably bounce between the two. But I think classic, like
When a
I'm pretty
big
sure.
yeah, if Blizzard's smart and they time the patches like halfway between phases, and they don't time them at the same time, you'll definitely see him go. He'll hop back to retail and do whatever new raid is out, whatever new content's out, and then he'll probably go back to classic when the new phase releases. So, you know, that's what I mean. That's what I think. But then you'll probably see people like Stay Safe and SFan. I doubt they'll do
I'll never.
retail stuff. So
Yeah, I highly doubt they ever do it because I think there's enough phases, enough stuff to do, and I think their plans and hope that like they'll be able to have some type of content going forward always. And like I know the one thing they're talking about is like people going if they put up a new server, like the whole idea of like starting fresh and doing all that stuff. I think they'll be occupied. I just think like some people that have played retail that like there are a bunch of people that are kind of be doing that. It might eventually go back. I mean, some people, it's not really going to be for everyone.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up about them. They open like another new server, let's say like 6 months into Classic, a fresh server. Those are always super popular, especially among like private server communities. And yeah, maybe a streamer not going back to whatever other game they play might not be like a imminent threat to the population, but that might be if they don't quit Classic but they move the server anyway to one of these fresh servers for whatever reason. That there's a lot of things, man, that could I just don't see how they're going to remove layering and not have those issues. Like it's going to happen.
Streamers will do anything to put world first in their title. So like even if it's world first MC on this specific server, like they'll do it,
That's true.
What's up, Jelly?
So Kel'Thuzad is the final raid boss in vanilla, right?
Yes.
Ragnaros is the second last raid boss?
No, he's the he's the
Molten
first.
Core is the first.
He's the very first.
First.
Yeah.
So it's Molten Core and Onyxia, right? Then it's Blackwing Lair. Then Zul'Gurub.
True. We're gonna need skinning for Onyxia, so you can't just give it up right away.
True. You need at least one
Dude,
skinner.
what about Cthulhu?
So then Zul'Gurub, and then I think AQ 20 and 40, right? After Zul'Gurub.
Dude, AQ 20 and 40, I guarantee you AQ 40 is gonna be the funnest shit to watch on stream. The funnest shit to watch on stream for the big streamers. Yeah, that is going to be fucking hilarious.
AQ 40 is probably my favorite raid other than Karazhan ever. So
imagine going into AQ 40 with a bunch of retards that are in your chat and just fucking wiping over and over and over again. And SFan and Asmin are just yelling at their viewers, dude. That's going to be fucking amazing. I can't wait. I actually cannot wait, dude.
Wait, you really don't think they'll know most of their raid squad? I mean, I do. And
yeah, they'll know most.
I think they'll try to have some like viewer raid event. I know I would if I had that many viewers. I'd be like, all right, mods interview random people, make sure they don't say the N-word, bring them inside, let's do fucking let's do a Zerg rush raid, and then just bring everyone in.
I mean,
hilarious.
I think where you'll see the frustration, I think, is Nax more than AQ40. Like Nax is like a totally different difficulty level compared to the rest of the classic raids. I feel like MC is super simple. Onyxia is simple.
Onyxia is hilariously simple, dude.
Yeah, like
I want that dagger.
I mean, MC is even more simple than Onyxia. Like, it's like some job. I know, like there's some fights where it's like as a mage, all you do is spam Frostbolt and decurse. Like, that's literally all you do. Stand in this spot and spam one button.
Do you guys think that poaching will be a thing? Say theoretically that I'm playing the game and I just happen to get just like super fucking lucky with my gear to the point where like if I knew how to play the game, my DPS would be like insanely valuable, right? Or my heals would be insanely valuable, my takes would be insanely valuable. Do you think SFan would be like, holy fuck, like I say, like if it got on like the classic WoW Reddit, or like somehow he was made aware of it, he's like, okay, we're getting this guy and we're gonna teach him how to fucking play the game, because he has like 4 epics already, and he's like, he basically has like some of the most OP like items in the current meta.
You'll see it happen if people quit. Like if a main tank quits a major guild, you'll see people try to poach a main tank from other guilds. But I don't know if you'll. The thing is like it's not like vanilla WoW. But like the pool of skilled players is much bigger now. Like as an example, like Allie, she started in Warlords of Draenor. She has all of the. She has all of the raid skills that you will ever need to raid in vanilla, even though she's never played
hell
it.
yeah!
You know what I mean? Because the raids are so much more complicated now than they were. So, like,
That's gonna be the best thing, honestly.
That's true. That's pretty true.
so that's why I don't think poaching will be huge so much unless like a major role, like somebody quits a big guild or something, you know. But for DPS, probably not, because DPS are going to be a dime a dozen. Everybody's going to know what to do. I think you're going to see tons of people high geared. It's not going to be like old vanilla server.
You're gonna have tutorials on YouTube.
Yeah, it's not going to be like old vanilla servers where there's like 1 or 2 guilds on your server that know what they're doing. You know, especially our server, Fairlina, is like if all the streamers were like in one guild, that would be one thing, but we have it like Sfand has his own guild, Stay Safe has his own guild, Asmin has his own guild. So
yeah, and they all have like little parts of actually like big time old classic streamers. Like I know Mad Socials and Sfons, and like everyone's kind of like spread out, so it's not like you have like a bunch of like the great classic players all in one. But I mean, that'll be at least interesting, at least I think.
Yeah, and then like within the we lost coach. Within each of those guilds, like so Mojo and I were both in Svan's guild. There's probably gonna be like 5 raid teams that all know what they're doing because there's so many people. Like
no, that's gonna be the interesting part, because like I know week 3 there'll be like there's supposed to be like one official Montport group, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's their plan, and then like the idea is to have like other ones going on, but like the organization that first week is going to probably be like kind of hell, because I think the idea what Esfon wants to do is like the people that he knows what they're doing, he's going to like put them into the other raid groups to make sure there's someone leading all those groups.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think there's a lot of people in that guild itself that like know so much that I don't even think you understand. Like there has to be like at least 100 people in there that are like very, very like private server, just classic players, that it should be at least a good time to at least join groups. So like even if you're in raid 5, you probably have still no problem probably clearing in all the content.
Yeah. I see you guys on chat. You're like talking about how WOD raids were pretty easy, stuff like that. But like classic raids, like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Like unless you have like if you have like a specific role, like if you're like a hunter that has to kite something, maybe that's like more difficult. Threat is a much bigger deal. And like in modern WoW, if like the tank loses aggro, it's the tank's fault. In classic, if the tank loses aggro, it's the DPS's fault because they weren't watching their threat. So that's a big thing too. Like DPS has to be aware of threat, especially if they're, like fire mages
aggro
and
talents, right? Like Fade and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those still exist in vanilla, right?
Yeah, some classes have stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like for us, like if we do like cleave stuff or anything like that, like we actually have to. This is the worst thing. Is like you actually have to sit there for like 10 seconds, even after you like the tank pulls, and you have to sit there and still just wait because you have to wait in the generate threat before. Because if you do pull your AoE, then it's just because you might as well just wipe. Like it just gets way too chaotic.
And then like mana management is a bigger deal.
That's why I picked a human, because you got that spirit.
You guys also have to take
5%.
into account pruning. That's like an automatic thing when you go back expansions. There's gonna be less skills, dude. Like I know that you have less skills to work with, but personally, I do better in a video game when I don't have like I have just the right amount of things to work with. Like for example, Overwatch. I feel like in Overwatch I don't have enough stuff to work with, but like I'm so good at Overwatch, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like there's not enough stuff to work with. And then you go to WoW in its current state, and it's like, I got my fucking Razer Corsair. Every goddamn button is like keyed 1 through 5. Like half of my keyboard, actually all of my keyboard, is bound to something that I use in a single fight. Like for example, mounting or like a certain macro or something like that. But now, basically the only thing that there's gonna be is gonna be like a revivification of like old macros and old hotkeys, which I believe you could do in classic. It's gonna be like it's gonna be a revivification of like a new game style. Basically, like you have these set of tools, and it's all about just like I don't know, just like you maybe have like 10 skills per class, and it's like all about like how you use them more so than now where it's like you have 10 billion tools. If this doesn't work, use this. This doesn't work, use this. It's gonna be a lot more cutthroat. In classic, you make one mistake, you're done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like rogues,
It's-
they one shot clothies. I'm pretty sure, like priests, like you get an ambush on a priest, you're done.
It's true. Also in like PVE, you have like a lot more moments where like your like skill can shine. So like, a good example is like the main tank dies and the boss has 5% health left, right?
Rogue evasion.
A fury
And then you can
a
be
fury
Ryzen.
warrior can tank that last 5%. You can't do that in retail. Like, if a fury warrior is like quick on their feet, they could take the aggro and they could tank the last 5% and probably live. But like you can't do that in retail. They're just instantly they'd be one shot. You know what I mean?
Hey, to be fair, you could do that in Wrath, but you can't do that in current state. of
Anything
retail.
past Wrath you can't though.
Yeah,
Like
right.
like from Kata on, like the system's changed to the point where like everything became super specialized, the way the talents work, all that stuff. So
That's such a huge mistake because like I remember I had moments back in raiding Wrath of the Lich King where it's like our fucking like we're fighting our fucking hearts out, right? Like fucking I remember this specifically. Lord Marigar was like fucking low as fuck, dude. Okay, our rep paladin's taking fucking hits. Fucking in the movies. The fucking axe is coming down on the shield and it's fucking breaking. He buckles, gets down on his knees, and just fucking gets crushed, right?
yeah.
Lord Marigar is about to fucking turn towards the healers and kill them. I fucking run up, dude. I'm top DPS, 10k DPS on Lord Marigar, okay? I fucking pop evasion. Lord Marigar's 4%. DPS! Go! And we're all just fucking slamming this guy. And eventually he falls just as the last person dies, and we clear it, dude. It was the most epic thing in the entire world, and it's sad that doesn't happen anymore. It was fucking epic, though, dude. It was fucking hot.
Yeah.
What I missed? What are we talking about?
We're talking just like I guess some of the differences in systems like between classic and retail. We were just
Talking about how like retail, like tank, like if a final boss is at like 4%, the difference between like that now and like Wrath of the Lich King and before, like BC and vanilla, how like people like, you'd be able to do cool shit like have someone last minute tank a boss fight, because they like all the tanks wiped. And I was talking about my story with Lord Marigar where like our rep paladin was the only tank left and he fucking died by getting slammed by Lord Marigar. And then I ran up, top DPS, took Marigar aggro, popped evasion, and then everyone basically DPS'd him. And then right as the last person died, Lord Marigar died and we cleared it. It was fucking sick, dude.
Nice.
It was
Good
actually
moments.
sick as fuck.
Yeah.
It
Dude,
was fucking hot.
I don't know. Do you think you guys are gonna get nostalgic, or do you think like the experience you're just gonna blow through it? Like I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get nostalgic, especially like when I do like Dead Mines.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I'm
Yeah.
gonna play music. I'm gonna leave WoW music on the entire time. I'm gonna have fucking hot pockets and chicken tendies. As I speak, I'm gonna get on my knees. I'm gonna put my shoes on my knees. I'm gonna have my mom tell me to. I'm gonna have my mom every like maybe periodically every 15 minutes tell me to do my homework. I'm gonna get like a nice like I'm gonna put away my cell phone. I'm gonna get one of those like one of those corded like corded cell phones. Right. I'm gonna register for a home phone. Right. And whenever I get something awesome, I'm gonna call my friend and yell at him at like 2 a.m. and I have his parents tell me I can't call him anymore because it actually
And
happened.
then that
Play
would
it in-
be
Wait,
play it
you
in
can't
4 by
have
6.
internet and phone at the same
Yeah,
time.
what the
That's a
hell?
lie.
How would you see you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. That's true. That's pretty true. That's pretty true.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so. How long do you plan to play the first day, assuming you get in, Jelly?
Pretty much all day. I mean, I like I was talking about work and I was like, yeah, like I kind of want like these 2 days off because like I want to like I'm doing something on one day, and then another day like I got this shit. And they're like, okay. And then I check my schedule, and apparently like The next week, I'm scheduled like 10 hours a day, like the whole entire week. But this week, I have literally no days. Like, so I'm chilling. I basically have from that Monday to the Sunday at least to play Classic WoW.
So like Ali said, she's gonna put a mini fridge, and Mojo's talking about like drinking water. Coach has a whole Gatorade
Yeah,
thing.
God.
So like, are you gonna really load up on Hot Pockets? What are you gonna do? Like, I'll tell you the big mistake I made when BFA launched. I did a 24-hour stream, and I bought so many snacks. I felt like garbage the next day.
Yeah.
Like I was eating like Hostess cakes and shit like that like all day. It was so
Yeah,
bad.
a pack of Tums Ready or Pepto Bismol.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta live the full experience.
Wait, you're saying, yeah, eat those foods, just be ready when you know. Meal prep, man. Come on.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, you guys can have like cheese platters with grapes and wine, like at the side, and just like nice, like you don't have to fucking pig out and like, go Hot Pockets. Honestly, what I do when I eat Hot Pockets, it leaves this like lingering layer in my mouth of like disgustingness, and I can't eat Hot Pockets anymore because of it.
That's
It's just
just the
fucking
blood
disgusting.
from your skin burning off.
I can't relate.
Yeah, that's true.
That's pretty true. I just can't. I can't eat Hot Pockets anymore after that. Like I remember I ate a Hot Pocket, dude. The inside looked like dog food. Okay.
Maybe I should
remember
just
keep
lie
in mind,
Was
like
it a
year ago.
cheeseburger one?
Huh?
Was it like a cheeseburger Hot Pocket or something?
No, I think it was like a Philly cheesesteak one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I ate it during BFA launch because, like I said, I wanted to get the whole experience. Never again. I'm having a 200 IQ. I'm gonna have my suit. I'm gonna have cheese platters, wine. I'm gonna have like a bunch of fancy, like nice stuff like nuts, maybe like nuts, like crushed nuts and sausages at the side. Like I'm gonna go fucking fancy with my shit.
Crushed
okay? I'm gonna
nuts
go-
and sausages?
Yes, dude. I'm having a Hobbit. I'm
That
having
sounds
a
like
Hobbit.
fun.
You're
meal,
gonna
dude.
have a
The goddamn Shire.
second
dude,
breakfast. You're gonna be
Right? That's right, dude. Yeah.
Why don't you? I was just actually looking at eBay. I mean, maybe if someone like wants to spend some money, but you can go get some of the Mountain Dew World of Warcraft bottles. They're still,
God,
still got
you
soda
Get
in
the
it.
I was
fuck
just gonna
outta
say
here.
that.
It's
I'm gonna film this up.
$54. Yeah,
Holy
$54
shit.
for
Get
two
the
of them.
fuck out. That's fucking sick, dude. I would do that if I
would
had a
not
job
drink
right
those.
now.
I would not drink those, I don't think. But
now.
that would be like you start your session, like an hour later, your stomach would just be completely upset. You're like, all right, well, you guys gotta wait about a few hours. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm interested to see like some of the weird things like that happen. Like I'm excited to see like the clips of like shit like that, like who busted out a fucking WoW Mountain Dew and
Someone definitely.
yeah. I don't know. Like what do you think? Do you think it's gonna affect like the Twitch meta beyond like the first week or two?
Of course.
They'll be number one game. probably for a
Asmongold,
while.
all you need to carry the WoW section is Asmongold, Soda, and SFAN. And
Shroud.
just them alone. Shroud.
Shroud's a horde player, dude. I mean, you better watch out. I mean,
Okay.
he'll pull the numbers.
There's gonna be
Okay,
a lot more streamers than just that though. Like everybody's playing it. Like
Mixer will be
everybody.
popping with Ninja. No.
Like, SFAN will have at least 10k. Asmongold will have at least 20k. Soda will have at least 20k.
I mean, Summit is gonna play it. There's
Yeah,
so
but
many
Shroud
other
and Summit
things.
are not like long-term things. I'm talking about long-term.
Yeah, you never know,
Long-term
man.
effect on the.
Shroud actually sounds like he's going to be kind of long term for a minute with it.
No,
Yeah.
he's not. Come on, he's
'cause
Shroud, dude.
He like played WoW like horrifically like growing up. Like he like apparently like is a huge WoW person.
Mhm.
So
Hmm.
like he plays WoW off stream a lot.
You're gonna
can't
see,
see
I think, a lot of those like like people that jumped on the GTA bandwagon, for like 2 weeks, they're gonna jump on the WoW bandwagon for 2 weeks too. I just
Just
see
like
it
they're
happening.
probably playing Minecraft right now.
Yeah, and then they'll stop playing.
Are they gonna release expansions the same way they did before, or are they gonna slow it down? Because technically it's only a year, right? How long was
it
Classic out as its own
2
thing?
years. 2 years.
2 years? Okay, that's not bad.
Hmm.
That's gonna kill WoW though. If by the time they release Raft, nobody's gonna want to play the current expansion.
I think. Well,
BC is
it depends
my
on how they
personal
time
favorite.
it. Depends on how they time it. If they're smart, they'll time everything well. Like, I really hope they do the thing. Like, I think there's going to be a huge demand for TBC.
No, I think they'll do progression servers,
Mhm.
but
And
not like I think they're gonna keep the WoW Classic server.
Yeah, I think Yeah, I think what you'll see is they'll either release new servers that are TBC, or they'll convert some classic servers and then like make copies of the classic server, or you could copy your character to the TBC server or something.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I think they when they were talking in the classic cast about that as being like maybe a thing they were looking at, but
Mhm.
I mean they were talking about doing like classic plus and like everything.
And then
They're
I
I
don't
I
think
think
they'd let you copy your character unless they were going to give like patch 1.14 of classic on the same server. I don't think they'd let you do that.
well,
I
the
think it'd be a
reason I think they
transfer.
would is because if people want to emulate like the TBC, well, I guess maybe it could be a transfer also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
guess.
so is BFA the last expansion? They're having one more, right? I'm pretty sure they said it was the second to last.
No, they
I don't
haven't
remember.
they haven't
Did
said
they
that any are
announce
the
it
last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BlizzCon
No.
is coming. They're gonna announce a new one.
Yeah,
Li-
something
they-
comes
they
at
said
BlizzCon.
Their
probably.
original content plan, they would have been done with it. Like they would have been done with WoW already. Like if they had followed their original content plan, but it's just it makes them too much money for them to just end it.
So you're saying
No.
we should just hate all the normies because we don't have a WoW 2 because of them because they're paying for a shit product? Is that what they're right now? That all the casuals playing BF? No, I'm just kidding. BFA is just not for me. But I get like a lot of people. That's why there's so much of a demand for classic. It's because it's just like a different game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
is.
Legion was so
Yeah,
good.
Legion was
Legion
good. But
was
actually, the latest patch for BFA, I would say, is actually not that bad compared
Yeah.
to how bad it was. Like I've been playing it for the past like week or two, and it's really been decent. But I mean, the rest of BFA sucked. I quit 3 weeks in, actually.
Legion, I think, was the best post Cataclysm expansion. Like maybe Miss Pandaria, but it depends because like a lot of people don't like the aesthetic of. Miss
Yeah, but looking
Pandaria,
back,
so,
they did a lot of things right with Pandaria.
yeah.
That
It was
they
good.
had a lot of shit at
But
first.
I don't see them like if they do progression and they do TBC, I would see them doing TBC and Wrath, and I doubt they'll ever do like a Cataclysm server or anything like that. I feel like it would
No, that would be it.
because that's like when the game systems changed to like their modern form, right? So
And you know, at that point, that's where they could go like the whole like RuneScape route of actually just adding new content after that. Because like after that, they just started fucking up more and more. Like, it started progressively getting worse after that. So
yeah,
I think that would be actually kind of cool plan. But I mean, we're talking like 6 years down the line probably. So
yeah. I think like there's a lot of like negative reaction to people suggesting them going that like RuneScape route, but I feel like that will change in a few years as people like have done all this same content over and over and like pushed it to its limits.
yeah,
Eventually you'll get
I love the
to
RuneScape shit.
you'll get to a world record speed run for every raid and like that can't be beat, and and people will just like it can't play it forever.
Yeah.
That's why you need expansions in the first place. So I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah, I
Actually,
don't
the
think
one-
WoW 2 is ever coming.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be cool if it did.
When they what made me think there would never be a WoW 2 is when they, instead of making a Warcraft 4, they're re-releasing Warcraft 3. I was like, well,
Yeah.
Didn't they once have this project? I forgot what it was called. It was gonna be like WoW.
Titan project.
Titan, exactly.
Yeah.
it became Overwatch.
Oh,
Yeah, so there are a lot of really good MMOs coming out next year. So if any of those, because I mean by then classic hype will have died down quite a bit. If any of those are even remotely a competitor with Blizzard, and I hope they are, then you could potentially see something other than just progression servers. I'm going to play up to BC. I don't see myself playing Wrath again, but I really miss BC, mainly because there's like so much content I didn't do in it.
Mm-hmm.
I was always just like leveling or doing arenas and world PvP and stuff. But yeah, I like long term, I'm looking for a real good MMO I can sink my teeth into.
Yeah,
Like a modern one. Right?
BC, I feel like is when WoW was at its like systems height, but I definitely had the most fun in Wrath. Like, I had so
fair.
much fun playing.
Because
Wrath.
Wintergrass, dude. Wintergrass was pog.
You're right. Yeah, Wintergrass.
And like,
Tolbarad actually in Kata was also really fun.
yeah,
Not
and
gonna lie.
I really liked Ice Crown. I really liked Ulduar. I don't know.
All
I
the
love
wild
the
cards.
world. I love the
Awesome.
story in Wrath, like because
Yeah, there's not many things
Wrath
that
is-
that
Wrath
I
probably
hated
had the
about it.
best story. Yeah,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think out of
Oh,
all
of
the
course,
expansions.
dude. The ending, dude. I cried. I actually cried. I'm not even kidding. I cried.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's
Wow.
fine.
I
It's
cried.
okay.
Yeah, you can cry.
I was
You can cry.
bawling.
Men
dude.
can cry.
Okay. It's a safe
Why?
place.
Why did he have to die, guys? Why he died in darkness? Okay, that's sad.
Yeah, my friend Saravok that's in chat, he was on he was the highest DPSing Death Knight in the world for a while.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Why isn't he
Wait, I
in
have a
here?
question about lore.
He's with his kid right now, but
Feels bad, man.
yeah.
Who's the strongest boss lore-wise? Not including that Titan. Fuck.
Sorry,
Argus.
Yeah. Well, not
Or-
Argus. He has a different
No.
name.
I don't know. I don't really care about the lore too much. Strongest vanilla is let's see.
No, strongest in general.
Oh, in general.
Lore-wise.
Wait, that's actually been made a raid boss or no?
Wait, who the fuck is Argus, dude?
You never
Wait, who do you
played
fight
Legion?
at the end of Legion? Wasn't it? No.
This is Argus.
Kill
Is it-
Jaden?
Serious?
Yeah, it's no, it's not Sargeras. Is
Kill
it?
Jaden.
No,
No, Kill
that was
Jaden.
war.
You
That was
don't act-
Warlord.
You don't actually fight Sargeras because
Yeah.
they basically it would have been weird for you to fight him.
Kill
Like they
Jaden.
made him
Yeah,
so. No,
Kill
Kill Jaden
Jaden
was
was the
the
final
second
boss
to
for
last.
BC.
No, Kill Jaden's not.
Oh, Kill Jaden was the
Yeah.
last
Oh,
BC
BC.
boss. Yeah,
Yeah, for BC.
he
yeah,
comes
but
out of like
he-
a toilet bowl and you like kick him back into it.
Wait, so I think it's Lich King. Isn't Lich King the strongest?
No.
No.
He's a demigod, dude. He has a fucking army. He can kill
mean,
gods and resurrect them.
Kill
as,
Jaden
as,
like made the Lich King, so it's like
Mm.
Yeah, but that's not saying anything. That's like saying
And which
Oh.
Lich King?
because like if you have a powerful item and you give it to someone, doesn't mean that you're more powerful than like that person because he ended up losing control of him because he came so strong.
I mean that's true, but I don't like I don't think he even lore wise I don't think he's the most powerful. It may have
Who
been
is
the
the-
most powerful until
I was thinking of Antorus, not Argus. Sorry, I fucked it up.
like he may have been the most powerful until Legion. But then like when we actually like fought like actually no, even like warlords, Archimond,
Oh yeah.
you know. But like
Deathwing.
Archimond, Kill Jaden, I feel like those are all like lore wise.
No, I would agree if someone said in chat, Deathwing's up there.
True, Deathwing.
Oh, you know what? Maybe what's his name? No. What about fucking Yogg-Saron, dude?
Yeah, Yogg-Saron I'd say is up there.
Okay, all these people are saying, oh wow, all these people are saying kill Jaden and Yogg-Saron,
Hmm.
and then Lich King after.
Yeah, I could agree with that. The thing with the old gods is like anytime we fought them in a raid, it's never been like their full body
Not
or
even their final
whatever.
form?
Yeah, it's like you know, it's like Cthulhu's eye popping out of the ground or like
This guy
you
says
know.
Hogger.
Yeah, Hogger would probably be
Hogger.
up there. Yeah.
Hogger's killed more people than any other raid boss probably.
Yeah,
That's
you
true,
could
that's
you could
true.
actually look up which mobs have the most kills on players.
Oh,
Really?
really?
I think Hogger might be up there. But like the I think the Booty Bay and Ratchet guards are really high.
Who in Booty Bay?
The guards, like the goblin guards.
Oh, true.
Um
Yeah.
trying to think of who else.
The Booty Bay one's definitely got to be the highest.
Yeah. What
That's just good.
what's the goblin town in Tanaris? Is it Ratchet?
Oh, that's
Gadgetzan.
Gadgetzan.
I like that. I feel like a lot of PvP happens there. So
True. I used to gang people there all the time. I had the Noggin Fogger elixir.
yeah,
quest
Tanaris.
is long.
What's your favorite vanilla WoW zone? I think for me it's either Tanaris or it's Duskwood.
Probably Westfall. I have a lot of good
Westfall is
memories in Westfall.
Yeah. That whole
Badlands.
that,
I don't know. The Badlands are a lot. I don't know. It's not really like. It's like I just like the scenery of that one a lot more than anything.
yeah.
Oh god, I've been muted this whole time. I hate.
I was
myself.
wondering if you're on the phone or.
Oh, yeah. No, my favorite is either STV or Ungro. because PvP at
Oh.
World PvP is always like holds a place in my heart. And that's where I got all my memories. I remember when I was playing with my brother, I was talking about earlier. I was as we were leveling up for his first time playing. I was like teaching him how to play in PvP, and he's more of a pacifist when he plays games, so he never really wanted to. Fight, but I eventually got him into it and he started to love it. And Ungaro Crater, finally, when he's like level 50, is when I finally imagine like like orcas, right? And I'm like a mother orca with my baby here, and I wound a seal for him, and then I just let him get the kill. I'm here just watching him. He's playing a rogue. I'm watching him like solo this guy. As I'm just kind of like, I'm not really doing anything, just using like rank 1 frost shocks to slow him down, and he eventually kills the guy on his own. And he's like, oh my god, my blood's pumping. Let's go kill some more people. And then the rest is history, man. We just PvP. Like it was so much fun.
What about Allie? What's your favorite like early zone?
I didn't play vanilla.
Yeah, but like basically most of the zones that you use to get to level 60 are all vanilla zones.
No, they got ruined by Deathwing. Remember?
That's true. That's true.
You know,
never seen the
and
real world.
leveling
That's true.
in Modern WoW is boring, so you just spam dungeons with LFG until
True.
max level. With
True.
hard quests.
Good game, by
Yeah,
the
like
way.
Westfall's totally different. Like
Well, that's why
Westfall
I'm
is
excited
fucking
to
weird
quest.
now.
It's gonna feel alive.
Like Westfall has like giant fucking whirlwinds. There's like a, I don't know. I feel like they really fucked up Westfall. It's like you could like tell that they worked on the Alliance quests first.
Oh yeah,
They're like story wise, they're so much more fleshed out than the Horde
yeah,
ones.
they're really good. They're
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
What about favorite dungeons? Which like your top 3? Because there's
For
a lot.
vanilla or
Yeah.
For vanilla, yeah. I like Upper Blackrock Spire, Dead Mines, and probably Shadowfang Keep.
Oh, Shadowfang Keep. That's a good
Shadowfang
one.
Keep's really good.
Shadowfang Keep is a good one.
Upper Blackrock Spire or Dead Mines, one of those is my favorite.
I think Skullomance.
I hate that one.
Yeah, I think Skullomance, Dead Mines, and maybe Shadowfang Keep, but like I don't know, maybe BRD. But I still like I tweeted the other day. I'm like, after 15 years, I still don't know how to get around BRD.
BRD, I don't know why everybody freaks out and says it's like the best dungeon ever. I watched like tips out video on it. It's so overrated. It was nobody liked doing BRD. Nobody liked it.
It's like a good
It was always
one.
such a hassle. And
It's a good one-time
agree.
experience. It's not something you want to spam,
No,
but
it's the
like
worst one-time experience. It's better when you actually know where the hell. You just get lost. It's like a nightmare. Groups would always break up. People would get lost. If you die, the group just end. It was cool, but like it was just not well designed for. Like,
Yeah, that one would take just hours if you did people that had no clue what they were doing.
Yeah, I was saying earlier that like things can't be too contrived in a game, and like an element of randomness is good because it's like immersive. But was just way too ridiculous.
True.
Even for that's just my opinion. I think it's a good dungeon though. I just don't think it's up there as one of my favorites.
what is there, like 16 bosses or something crazy?
Yeah, it's
Which one
ridiculous.
drops the Death Charger?
Undead Strathel.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I'm about to
Bad
change all
Baron
your guys'
Riven
opinion
here.
on your
I
favorite
dig that
dungeon. You guys ready
one.
for this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna change everyone's opinion on their favorite dungeon. Zul'Farrak.
Oh fuck! You did already.
Zul'Farrak was fun as fuck, dude.
The
First of
stairs
all,
event.
It has all the
dungeon with them
perfect.
out.
It has all the perfect elements of a good dungeon. Like Coach said, you can't have it be too controlled, but you also can't have it be too. Whatchamacallit. Like you can't have it be too too controlled or like too loosey goosey. You could like cut certain bosses if you like jumped on the mountains and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. If you like hopped on a rock and like went over here, you could like skip like the order. You could fight bosses like in certain ways. You could people would like pull all the mobs in the area and then like DPS them as you ran away because they would pull you through the entire dungeon. Like
Yeah, man.
Zul'Farrak was like probably the best dungeon in my opinion. Also because like if you played later WoW, you still played Zul'Farrak, so you could speed level your friends
True.
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
You know,
you
though,
could go 10 levels in Zul'Farrak if you do it right.
Mhm.
Yeah, Zul'Farrak's definitely in my top 5. You know how a lot of like modern dungeons in like the newer game, as soon as you kill the last boss, there's just some shortcut mechanism that takes you right to the front of the dungeon. Like
Mhm.
every single one does that. That annoys the hell out of me. Like it's just like, oh, somebody clearly just made this level in on a computer. And it's like obvious, you know. It's just like it's not clever to me. It's like the opposite. It's like someone's like not using their head and be like, oh, how does that make like any sense? It's just like a little convenience thing. But like, Zul'Farrak is like a good example of a dungeon that doesn't do that. You just keep going further and further and further in, and it's just, yeah. No, I agree with Jelly. That one's in my top 5 for sure. It's one
you
of
could
the best
do everything
dungeons.
out of order, and then the stairs event is like the first time you experience something scripted like that in the game. Like,
I remember downloading that a lot.
it's true. That's true. Like,
What about Dire Maul, and what about the Druid of the Claw one?
yeah, that's cool too. Wait, is Dire Maul gonna be out at release or?
Wailing Caverns.
Wailing Caverns, yeah. Dire Maul and Wailing Caverns are also top 5 for me.
Dire Maul I never liked. I never did it too. Like I
Is
did
Dire Maul gonna be out or is it phase 2?
I believe it's phase 2.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe even yeah. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's 2 though.
I think when I started playing, that was the patch that had just released, or it released like as I started playing. Was Dire Maul?
Oh, okay.
Because I started April of 2005. I remember because I bought my friend a copy of the game for his birthday in April, and then I also bought a copy for myself.
Sorry.
But it's, like, the other thing about Zul'Farrak is like it's got that where you could combine the 2 items to get the epic.
Oh yeah.
Like there's 2, right? There's 2 drops.
Yeah, yeah, I remember.
It's like one of the first epics you could get. So, what the fuck is it called? Why can't I think of it? I think it's like
Soul Thrays or something.
Soul
like
Thrays, yeah. Favorite WoW classic holiday events? For me, it's the Christmas one.
I always go back, man. The Fire Festival, because that's when my brother and I were playing right in the middle of the summer. So we got leveling bonuses. We would always go to the horde towns, and that's like when stuff would happen, and he would always like stealth and not really help me with PvP until it was like super safe, you know. So that like again, that's all my best memories are playing with my little brother, which is when I wasn't doing anything, and I have a lot of good memories. But yeah, the Fire Festival for sure.
There was like you used to get this Yeti that had like 3 uses at Christmas, and it would just like aggro everything and just like destroy it. So like it would be so great if you had a group of 5 people that had charges of it. You could start at the beginning of the dungeon and release them all, and 5 of them would just clear the dungeon for you.
Really?
Yeah. It was.
Wait,
it was.
Did they fix that? They had to have patched that out or something.
No, I think it still even exists. It's just obviously a lot weaker now because it's like a level 60 thing. But like,
did Mojo ever say his favorite dungeons?
Oh yeah, Mojo. What's your favorite dungeon?
Yeah, sorry, I had to get pizza. I couldn't do it anymore. There was pizza ordered, so I had to go upstairs and grab it. No, I'm pretty just dead minds. Honestly, like if there's any dungeon I'm really looking forward to doing, it's just doing that again. I didn't get to do it in the stress test. I think all the like ones you guys are talking about, I mean, I agree with them, but there's just something about getting on that pirate ship out there and just killing. I don't know what it is. That part's like one of my favorite things. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really liked.
There's also very few dungeons in Classic that are like Dead Mines is like the culmination of the zone. Like all the quests lead up to it. You know?
Well said, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's just like it feels a lot more meaningful. Like when you go into it, like I feel like there's just such a build up to getting to that when you finally get there. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's so true. Actually, I never even thought about that too. Because like when you're going through the dungeon, you fight like all the different people that you've either like heard about in quests or have already fought along the way. There's like I actually remember this vividly because I just played the game so much. There's like a letter that you have, and I actually read the letter for the quest, and it says something about like the goblins or something are joining the Dead Mine, and then you see them in the dungeon, you're just like, oh, you know, and just all kinds of stuff, man. It was, that's a really good point. you're fighting the Defias, you know, in Westfall, obviously, and I think the Knolls are
That whole leveling zone, right, for that part or before that's actually a lot of fun. I mean, it's a lot of running, but
Hey,
I mean, I like it a lot.
Maria.
Maria, 19 viewer raid, very nice, awesome.
Huggers.
I appreciate that. Shout out Maria 2000, guys. Go follow Maria 2000. She's been so good to me lately. That's like the second time in a week she raided me. Damn.
Wow.
I was watching
Mario.
Clint's little show the other day, and I saw Maria on it. And I haven't been keeping up like the podcast too much lately. But man, Maria, what a transformation she's gone through. She's gone from the little like timid, quiet girl. She's being sassy. She's just like throwing zingers left and right. I'm like, damn, girl, like who taught you how to do that? I think Claw corrupted her or something. You know?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. Thank you,
fun.
Maria. I appreciate it. Sorry, but Mojo, you're still talking about your favorite dungeons.
No, honestly, I think kind of what you guys named, I think would all be like in my top category. But like how we were talking about nostalgia and everything, like I already kind of like I think the stress test kind of ruined it for me, right? Because when I was running around like leveling and doing all that stuff, I was like, oh shit, I haven't done this in a while. Especially like a gnome, because if you make a new character now in retail, you go to Nomergon, so like you don't actually you don't get to do that same experience anymore.
Yeah.
So I think that was like kind of like the big thing for me. And then I think after that, like I probably won't really feel nostalgia really till I get to like Molten Core, because like there's so many like vivid still images that I still like whenever I think of MC, that like once I get to that point, I'm like, holy shit, I haven't seen this in like forever, like just like. And it's weird parts like where we're just like clearing trash, but I just remember I'm all the way up like high in a mountain fighting like rock golems and all that shit. And I'm like that when I get to that moment, I'm like, oh shit.
Did you know Molten Core was actually the first dungeon or raid that they designed? It was the very first one.
Yeah.
Really?
They designed it in like a week, right? It was like something
No, like
crazy.
a day.
That's what I
A
heard.
day, yeah.
I mean, you
'Cause
might
they
be
were
right.
like,
Maybe
do it quick because nobody cares about the appearance, and then everybody loved it.
Yeah.
The most nostalgic thing about for vanilla or just WoW in general for me is the music. It's always the music.
Oh yeah.
And, and there's it's replayed in a lot of different areas and zones, but it's just so good.
I love the
that-
Stormwind song.
Like when I'm
I'm not
playing,
gonna play with music.
you're not going to.
Yeah,
No,
you're
I'm not
gonna
gonna
use
play with like outside music. I'm gonna play. with loud
Yeah, that's
music.
exactly what I was getting to. I was going to say the same thing. I'm maybe when I get to a point in my stream where I'm like no cam it because I'm just like I look like a freaking zombie because I've been playing so long, you know. And I drink
Yeah,
a
that'll be
Mountain Dew
me.
from my.
Right? Are y'all gonna stream the whole thing, or are you
No.
gonna take
No.
off-stream breaks?
Absolutely.
Play
Wait,
with
Alex, can I ask a
break,
question?
I'll
I'm gonna stream my entire 1 to 60, and then after that, like if I'm just like farming mobs or something for gold or something, I probably won't stream something like that. Like,
Hold on, Ali,
Yeah.
is that a normal set of cards?
A what?
Is that a normal set? What was it? What is that? Oh, dude, I was like, holy, dude, I thought that was a normal set of cards, and it was like just really big, and I was like, what?
I mean, I am
Allie's
short,
just really
but-
tiny.
I am really
God.
short.
Wow. Okay.
No IRL.
Yeah, honestly.
Wow. She's like a female Nova.
Literally.
Like pink pigtails.
Hmm.
Like
Here, I'll show you. I'll stand next to my door.
Should have saw her on Top Model. By the way, she won Top Model yesterday.
Hey, congrats.
It was the 6-month championship.
Oh, jeez.
Oh wow.
Small.
She did a cosplay as
Respect.
Belle Delphine,
Oh yeah.
and it's fucking hilarious.
Delphine.
Oh, that's.
I know. I
funny.
watched it today on stream because I didn't remember shit, and I had a lot of secondhand cringe.
It was
W.
so fucking hilarious. She had like a snap filter going, and shit. It was so fucking funny. She was trying to sell her candy that she was sucking on.
Yeah, I tuned into that. Like, I was like playing a game, and I just look over my other monitor, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, actually, I tuned into that yesterday too. Actually, and I didn't even connect the dots. It was Allie who I saw. It's the first time I've met her. But yeah, you had
So-
some like fire, fire
Dress?
cosplay or something.
Oh,
Like that.
It was
can't
emo
remember what-
spice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was it. I tuned in for like maybe 10, 15 seconds, and that was what I saw. But yeah, it was cool. It's cool.
Yeah, dude. It like she did so good. It was so fucking good. Like, and it ended up being like a 6-hour stream. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a really good stream.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was probably my favorite stream I've ever done. So,
Those fashion shows are cash money. They're good.
All right,
Was
so
Belle Delphine permanently banned off Instagram?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Shit on
I think
What
so.
happened to her? How does she make money now?
Patreon.
TikTok, Patreon, TikTok, Snapchat.
Bathwater.
Yeah.
Oh, bathwater.
Didn't she get like braces put on, like, and she doesn't need them?
Yeah, it was fake. Yeah.
So fucking weird.
That would be like the last thing I would do. That is not a pain I want to go through ever again in my life.
Yeah.
I don't think they were actual braces though. I think they
No.
were like, you know, like porn when like you want to look like a teen. You're like, you know.
Yikes.
Oh, Allie's into some weird shit. What can we say? All right, sorry. So are you going in like leveling with a plan in mind? Are you gonna follow a route? You're just gonna
This is
go
what I
where
wanna talk
the
about.
quests take you, where the quests take you.
Yeah, man. I got my old WoW buddy. We actually leveled in BC together, 1 to 70. We did it in like a little over a week,
Hmm.
and that was 2 weeks. And that was back when we had like school and stuff. So it's same guy. He used to live up the street from me. I've known him for a while. He's actually my D&D group. He's playing priest. I'm playing warrior, and we're gonna.
D&D.
Yeah, I did a little D&D campaign a while back. That was before I think I ever met Razor.
Yo, when I moved to Austin, you down to do a D&D campaign?
Absolutely, man. So down. I actually
He's on his way.
yeah, he's coming. Oh, hey,
He's
man.
on his way. He's gonna appear in my stream in a second.
Well, for that D&D campaign, sorry, I'm getting off topic, but I basically RP'd as Tyler 1. So I made my character a dwarf. I was very loud and
Look at
obnoxious all the time, always fighting, and I was super toxic, and it was a lot of fun. Right on, man. Oh, I'm so down. But yeah, what were you talking about again? What was I saying?
Leveling.
Oh yeah, so my friend, he's priest, I'm warrior. We're gonna try to just, we both took off the first week, so we're gonna try to at least get to like 40 or 50 by the end of the first weekend.
Is that anybody else soloing? Like I plan to solo probably.
Well, you're a mage, so you have that luxury. But
I don't know.
Down to join the D&D campaign?
What?
D&D campaign, you down to join one?
Probably, yeah. I'm actually
Oh.
I'm starting one also, so I gotta see how much time I have between that and WoW. But
rip our D&D group, by the way. I was so excited for that.
I know it's so hard to like organize anything with streamers.
I had my character made and everything ready to go. But yeah, you're right.
Jelly was in that group too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's before I really knew Jelly too.
Hmm.
True.
I didn't really know who you like. I knew who you were, but like we never really talked or anything.
True.
Ali, are you leveling with a leveling buddy or anything?
Yeah. I'm gonna level with my friend Nick. He's gonna be a mage. And
Mojo.
I'm gonna heal.
You got to get on though. Like I can't trust you. Were late for this podcast. I don't know if you're going to
Wait,
be awake.
Nick
for...
Felix's brother? Nick?
Yeah.
Extra, I had to book my plane ticket because Jelly can't make a damn decision. Like that, dude. Honestly, that price jumped up $80. I mean, like fucking 24 hours. I was like, shit. I just gotta book these. I had like connection flights for TwitchCon that were like trying to make me do 23 hours and 16 in Vegas, and I was actually contemplating that one.
Wow.
Because I was like, I could actually sit and play slot machines at Vegas for like a minute in the airport, and then I was like, you know what? I'll be probably already broke by the time I get there, and don't want to spend that much money. That I'll just probably sit there for 16 hours. But no, for me, I see like that's why it's like all these people are doing pre-made groups and all that type of stuff. I don't want to like feel bad. Like let's say like I say I want to play with Jelly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I get in, but Jelly's got a 5-hour queue. Well, I'm not waiting for Jelly. So
No, you don't know.
I mean, yeah. So like, well, that's the thing. Like that's the only thing I want to see is like who is that I know or anything that's like where if everyone gets into the queue at the same time or anything like that. That's kind of like my plan really with it all, because I don't know, because that could really be the problem, and I feel bad, like, you know, then like if like you have a party of 4 or 5 and like the one person doesn't get in, and it's just like, well, see you, dude, like, well, see you level 20 or whenever you catch up or something like that. So I don't know. I think like I'll play it by ear, and then like maybe if there's someone in S-Fans Guild around there doing something like that, I'll probably just go with that. But I'm gonna see what happens. Really, just come launch, really. Make plans then, because it takes 2 seconds to go like, hey, you want to play? And be like, yeah. I'm like, all right, let's go. Like,
yeah.
If my leveling buddy can't get in for whatever reason, I'll probably just keep going. Honestly, like I'm just being honest. I got a full guild, so I mean, like he's gonna understand. Like we both are on the same page. Well, actually I don't know, but I don't think he's gonna mind. Like I'm pretty sure I'm a faster leveler than him, just because I think I've done it way more. So we'll figure something out. You know, I definitely want to play with him though. One of my best friends.
I'm just curious. Are you guys gonna go from memory though? Did you look at any guides? Did you anything
I have
like
a whole
that?
plan. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just like you have to kind of go. It honestly, like, I wouldn't say it's like restricted, but the first like 15 levels, you really do actually have to kind of go through what you're supposed to do, like quest line wise,
Yeah.
because like you get just so behind in certain areas that you can't just stay like over in the Ironforge area the whole time. Like you do need to get on trains and go to Stormwind, go to Goldshire, do all the quests there, and all that type of stuff. Like you do have to go around, because then you get behind and it's just, and you're doing stuff that like it's just making time slower. I don't know. Like I'll follow it up to that point, and kind of like how I was saying before with dungeons, like if I feel like my progression is like getting slow because there's so many people around me and it's just making it hell, or like full out war going on, I might participate in for 10 minutes, but then I'm just gonna go find people for a dungeon there for a while probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's always hard for me because I like doing all the quests. But yeah, I got my route pretty much planned out until 15. Pretty much every quest, I know what I'm gonna do and what level and when I'm gonna do it. So. But like I said, like the dungeons and stuff are going to definitely throw me off because I want to do them all while I'm leveling, you know, for me and also maybe for my stream too, if they want to see it. So definitely not going to be like super optimized, but like 1 to 10, 1 to 15, you definitely should be thinking about that.
Yeah, I know. Like I have a friend that like they're either playing a gnome or a human, because they're also playing a mage, but they're gonna go to the night elf area, because they want a cat mount later.
Yeah.
And like the rep gains are higher when the quests aren't gray, so and you have to be exalted in vanilla to get them. So so he's just gonna level through the entire night elf area. So
see, that's I always forgetting that, like, yeah, like if you have to decide like right away like what mount you really want to go for. Like if you want a strider as a gnome, like you gotta stay in that same area, but like because all those quests go to shit. Because what is it, 30% or is it 70% reduction on completing those quests? Do you remember? I know it's one of those two.
I think it's 70 because it's a big. Yeah, it's a big difference. Yeah.
You guys think humans are too OP?
No, because they're not the best.
Rogue?
If they were the best choice for every class, they would be. But like, they're not the best choice for every class. Like
The best choice for Rogue.
Yeah, they're the best choice for Rogue and probably Warrior.
They have decent priest ratios.
Yeah,
It's not like the dwarf,
but they're still.
Like, I don't want to play dwarf, so
yeah, they're still the second best. Like, and they're still the second best mage. They're not, you know.
And they have stealth detection.
Yeah, which is only like a lot of people don't even put perception on their bar. But like, it helps, but it's like very situational. You know.
I thought perception was a passive.
No, you activate it and it increases your stealth detection. So like you have to know that there's a rogue nearby.
Oh, I thought it was passive.
It may have become passive later.
I think it does become.
Like in later expansions, it became passive.
I don't think so.
No, the question is BFA in its final boss right now?
No.
Is it Lady Vashara or whatever, or no?
No, that's just what like you're killing Sylvanas at the end of the day. Eventually, that's just how it's probably gonna go. They still got another.
Isn't that literally Warlords of Draenor?
Yeah, pretty much. It's gonna be. It's how it's actually gonna be is like how like she's possessed. Or, she's literally possessed. It's how it's most likely going. It's just how it is.
The way I see it going is Sylvanas dies, and then the Horde and Alliance are like, we're friends now, and then you could play any race for any faction in the next expansion. That's what I think.
Well, because like that's how it is like in the storyline right now. It's like they're all now everyone's conspiring. Like the Horde, like Thrall and all of them are trying to now go after Sylvanas. So like there's Horde technically that are on that side of Alliance side with it all.
And
I don't know.
Like one reason people think that's happening also is they added these little icons next to your character that show that it's either Alliance or Horde. So like why would you ever need to do that unless like you could be a Tauren Alliance?
So all the races are gonna become like Pandaren, and then you can like.
I think that's gonna be the big thing next expansion. Like you'll be able to be either faction.
Sounds like a disaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like
Y'all heard that they already data mine level 120 boosts?
Mm-hmm.
That's so scary. It's like, what, 8, 9.2? What is it? It's
8.2.
early.
Yeah. What's funny is like we're gonna have classic, and then pretty shortly we'll know whatever the next WoW expansion is too.
If they're smart, they'll like lead you on that path, thinking like Sylvanas is possessed. She's like pretending to be possessed, and then like assassinates Anduin at the last second, and then that
Pretty
would
good
be,
into it.
or something like that, or something. I don't really follow the story, but they're building up Anduin to be like some character, right? Like some important guy, and then he just dies,
Mm-hmm.
Game of Thrones style.
Yeah. I don't know. I like it.
I mean,
like
they already killed his dad.
for me, once they eliminated Sargeras as like a threat, he was like the big bad of WoW. I'm way less invested in the story now.
Yeah, shouldn't that have been the last expansion? And that is actually when like one time the Horde and Alliance team up as like Felon the Prophet saw in his vision, right? Like
Yeah.
I do
But
know
now they
that
added,
much.
oh well, the Void is the biggest
Yeah, the
threat.
void is
Yeah,
gonna
it's
come.
just and then after the Void, it's gonna be like the
Mhm.
freaking Space Lords, you know. Then it's gonna be like the
for me,
Time Lords.
It was like
And then Reaper shows up.
like
Well, the
I
Void
really
Lords
wish
are the
what
most
they
OP things in all of WoW.
Yeah. I wish the WoW story had ended at Wrath, and that there was a break, and then they like had a Warcraft 4 or something, advanced the timeline, and then did more stuff.
No, they should. I honestly, I think they could have done a Cataclysm and had Deathwing just completely just fuck everything up, like worse and worse to the point that like.
True.
Then they take a break. I like that was. I thought like because I know when we were talking about it before, Deathwing was like the hype for that after Wrath. I remember it was like so cool, like seeing all the shit that's changed on like, and I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, they
And
did a
then-
good job like making it feel like Deathwing was like a serious threat, you know.
Yeah, and then it was just a terrible expansion still though. I don't know why. Like the build up for it was like so hype, and then there was just like it was like BFA practically. Like the build up for it sounded like it was going to be something, and then it just was terrible.
Also, there were some weird story things there, like okay, Lich King, he had a reason to not just kill us. Like he was trying to like turn us into his like undead champions or whatever, right? So but Deathwing is like he literally shows up at Stormwind, steps on it and leaves. Like he could have just fucking wiped it out if he wanted to, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like
Who's getting
no.
text?
I heard there was a
it's me.
reason he didn't just smite them is because like you can't just attack fucking major city and expect everything just to, like go fucking smoothly for you. I heard like there was like an archmage present and he like helped fight off Deathwing, like some crazy fucking shit happened. I don't know, dude.
I mean, I'm going by like what it looks like in the cinematic. Like
okay.
it just looks like he could have just fucking
Yeah.
you know
And I
destroyed
guess
the whole city.
maybe this is a good segue to lead it back to Classic and say like,
Yeah.
Classic storyline was believable, like for like a fantasy
Smaller
setting.
scale. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like because if you were to say to someone playing the game, and again, I don't know lore like super well, but in like 2004 to 2006 when they were playing Classic, you say like, "Oh, you're gonna kill Deathwing." You're like, "No, I'm not."
Mm-hmm.
Like Deathwing's immortal, or you know, you're gonna kill the
Yeah.
Lich King's like, no, he's unkillable. You know, you just have to deal with like like killing Kel'Thuzad was like a realistic kind of
Mhm.
But the game's just like they're just stretching it out so much. It's like I said before, they should just made like a WoW 2,
Yeah, you're
make a
just
new
like a
storyline.
guy. Like in retail WoW, you're like the champion of your faction. Like, and then in vanilla WoW, you're just like any other soldier. You know, it's kind of
It's about the world.
yeah.
You know what the champions of their faction do in vanilla? You know where they stand?
Where do they stand, Coach?
Right on top of the Orgrimmar Bank, and they just AFK there, like a real legend should.
Or they slash dance on top of a mailbox.
Exactly.
Yeah, or go to the Goldshire Inn. That's gonna be an
On an
experience.
RP.
No champion plays Alliance, but
Hey, you can go down there still. You know, you can just take it over and then just go hide in the cellar.
actually, that's actually something me and my buddies used to do too. You can actually get on top of the inn in Goldshire and just snipe people from it.
Yeah.
It's actually there's a lot of tricks. I know. I'm hoping a lot of them I can still do. Getting under Stormwind, another one. Getting under
Absolutely.
Orgrimmar, you can do that as well.
I don't
lot
think you
of
can do the
tricks.
one in Iron. I don't think you can get under Iron Forge in Classic right away.
I forget how
There's
to do
some-
that one, but I know I did it.
Because you polymorph someone, right? And
Oh
they,
yeah,
like-
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can duel and get.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I forget. There's something weird I know in Classic that you can't actually do it right away. I don't know what it is. Someone said you can do it very difficult. I honestly can't remember because it gets way easier like later on, but I know it's like a different thing in Classic.
Yeah, when I've seen people try to recreate like the polymorph wall clipping on betas, like I haven't seen it work.
Mhm.
But fear someone through a window. Yeah, the best though is definitely my favorite like trolly thing is when someone summons you to like a fucked up place, like Coach
Bottom
was
of the
saying,
ocean.
like the bottom of the ocean, or where you're getting fatigue or some shit. Like, all right,
Well, that's always good too.
are any of you like explorers like try to like do shit like that, like go to like weird places?
I'll go to the
in game?
airfield. Yeah, like doing that weird stuff, like just doing it because I remember. I remember when I was younger. I think I went to like every place that was like you could find a YouTube video on practically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then,
Same.
so I'll probably do it once, and then I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
It's like once you go down bottom of Stormwind, it's like, all right, sick, I'm here, and then you're just like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Like, you're just gonna kill yourself practically and have to like jump off.
What'll be interesting to me is if anyone finds anything new that like was never discovered on a private server or in vanilla. Like,
I think that is possible.
yeah.
Maybe, but
Yeah,
I think it would be because it was like already in the game, but just not accessible due to like some difference in like the technology or something. But I do think that's possible. I do think it is. But
Yeah.
probably not.
I wonder even like from a gameplay perspective, obviously like people have been playing private servers, they've been min-maxing forever. They like all the talent specs are like the useful ones are well known. Like I wonder if there'll ever be something new that comes out of Classic, like a talent spec that wasn't really popularized before or something like that. You know?
Yeah, that's tough to really know, but I'd say it might be like one thing. It's not optimal or anything, but spell damage hunters is like kind of a thing you see on private servers occasionally. Hunters that just go spell power for the arcane shot.
Mhm.
But yeah, who knows, man? Like I think it'd be cool if that did happen, but
Yeah.
again, I don't think that's probably more likely than finding something new in the world.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Weren't
Probably
poisons
like
based off
one
spell
class.
power as well?
What's that?
Weren't poisons based off spell power as well?
I don't think so.
I think on private servers they are, but they're not in Classic, if I remember
or
right.
either poisons or traps. Like one of those weren't,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't remember which one.
There's a few things like that like procs and stuff that like Dragon's Breath Chili and stuff I think like on private servers are affected by spell power, but like aren't actually in Classic affected by.
Yeah, and like this is all this stuff we're gonna be finding out. All these like min maxers. Like I'm not worried about trying to find out this stuff for myself because people are gonna do it for me.
Mhm.
And actually, one of my real life friends, one of the guys who actually got me into WoW, he's actually like apparently one of the best private server rogues in the world.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm trying to get he's like obsessed with this game, like totally obsessed with it. So anytime I got a question, he's like my min max like lexicon. I just go to him and ask him something. He'll be like, yeah, this is how it works. Or sometimes he doesn't know, but
Mm-hmm.
he's always like saying like I'm gonna figure it out. So it's pretty cool.
What's up, Jelly?
I just googled it. Spell,
Alright.
it was in vanilla, but not in any other.
Okay. All right.
Huh.
Interesting.
in.
All right. So, Jelly, is your main goal to PvP?
That's gonna be one of my. I mean, it's gonna be one of my goals. Me personally, I'm more focused on. I'm not gonna be doing hardcore PvE thing, but I think I'm gonna do progression PvE. So it's like the next step below hardcore, and I'm gonna be doing probably like a lot of. Well,
Mhm.
I'm a huge. So like guild battles, raids on other factions. I want to be doing that. I definitely want to be leading like 40-man raids on other cities, basically captain coach community cities.
Is anyone going for PvP titles?
I'm going for PvP titles, 100%.
Yeah, that's one of those I don't know yet.
That's like pure time investment.
Yeah.
I'd have to be a full-time WoW player to do that.
Yeah.
So if I was, maybe.
Mhm.
But I think I would never actually want to go for 14. I think going for Thunder Fury will be enough of a which is PvE investment. Yeah, no, I like World PvP too, but more of the smaller skirmish style stuff. But I'll definitely do like the big battles as well.
Dude, yeah, Thunder Fury in Classic, I feel like is a huge accomplishment. It's like I think that's a really good goal.
Wait,
Mostly
Isn't it
luck
OP?
based too, right?
Yeah.
If you get it, aren't you just gonna win everything?
Nope,
It's not that OP.
not as a warrior.
No. Oh, our warriors.
It's more of
trash.
a.
No,
it's
I
more
mean,
of a good-
its big thing is its threat generation.
Yeah.
Like as a
Yeah,
tank
it's
is
debuff.
amazing. Yeah.
But if you get Thunder Fury as a warrior, it does not guarantee you any fight winning, especially because in PvP you want to go with the two-hander instead of a one-hander. But when you do swap to sword and board, you'll definitely have that boost. But it'd just be cool to have because you could use Thunder Fury up until like Illidan and BC even. Like that's how strong it is. That's how good it is in vanilla. So you could actually use it
So
a long time after.
So, Coach, if Sulfuris happens first for your guild, are you going to switch to DPS?
No, that wouldn't go to me. That would definitely not go to me. In fact, Sulfuris isn't like best in slot for warrior unless like their weapons are just really bad. That would probably just go to enhancement shaman just because. Just let somebody have their fun, because. I like I said, I'm trying to bring like different specs and let people play the way they want, and warriors are going to get enough like special treatment because they're like the best DPS. So we'll probably pick one person in the guild. We already have like 3 people want to go enhance. I'm already talking to one guy who probably will, and I'll say like, as you stick with us and are reliable, you get to hand a rag. That's all you, man.
Is
What you're
Atiesh the rarest legendary in WoW?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
What the
Well,
warlords?
no, that one necklace, right? That like.
Only
Oh,
one guy had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but that doesn't like. And I you know what? I think Blizzard said there's tricks up. I can't remember what the item's called, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna do the same thing and give it to like one person.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
that would be
some
cool.
random
That would
drop.
be cool. Like, yeah.
I think that's gonna happen. I do. But
What about the
we'll see.
Warglaves of Azeroth, dude? To get both of them, that's pretty fucking rare.
I don't think it's rarer than Atiesh though.
Well, it's in BC as well. I don't know. I saw way more Warglaves of Azeroth than I did Atiesh's.
And the
I mean,
reason
now
is because
because
you
they
can't
fund it.
you can't get Atiesh anymore, but people could still go back and get Warglaves.
Okay, can we all agree that the Warglaves of Azeroth are the best looking legendary?
I made one.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh.
actually, my
It-
favorite looking legendary
have
is the
those.
hammer from Beginning of Wrath. I can't remember its name.
But not Wrath.
The Ulduar
wait,
one.
Not the Warglaves. Just think
No,
about the name.
I think-
Warglaive of fucking Azeroth.
I mean, they're cool,
Bro,
but
there
I
are
think the
two
introduction of
burning
Demon Hunters
glaives.
is kind of like lessened their coolness.
Wait, hold on. Do Demon
It
Hunters
looks
get the
so weird in
Warglaves
fucking
as
retail.
a artifact weapon?
Pretty sure.
No,
Well,
no, you can.
not these, but
Yeah, you
get
can get the
Warglaves,
skin
yeah.
for it if you did the Black Temple anniversary run.
That's sick.
yeah. If you
Yeah.
had both of them,
Holy fuck.
and you
Yeah.
did the
I did do that.
Did you know that if you have both Warglaves and you go to the Well of Eternity, Illidan tells you seem prepared? It's like a.
Fuck.
Oh, that's pretty
little
cool.
Easter
I
egg.
didn't know that. You looking up the
It's-
weapon razor?
It's Valinir, Hammer of Ancient Kings.
Illidan was always my favorite villain.
I think it looks so cool.
Well, and then we found out recently that he wasn't a villain. So.
Yeah, he was a good guy. He was.
Yeah.
It was like a healing. It
Misunderstood
was like a
Illidan.
healing mace from Ulduar.
Oh, I remember that.
Why do we go and
Oh.
attack Illidan in the Black Temple anyways? Like he wasn't doing
That's
anything.
all right.
What was that? Sorry.
Because
You're doing
we
something.
want to help Akama, right? And like we
Oh.
want
Oh,
to
they
free the,
they
the
they
broken.
dude, they fucked up Burning Crusade's story so bad.
Yeah, so that's
It was like they were like, let's just make a cool lore character, the end villain, and they didn't put a lot of forethought into it. And then,
Okay, kill Jaden.
well, Kill Jaden wasn't the original planned final boss. It was Illidan was the planned final boss.
Illidan should have been the final boss, but they should have made him like be a more like threat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause, like-
well, Kill Jaden is a bigger, like, I don't know. As bad guys go, Kill Jaden's definitely the bigger threat. But like,
Mhm.
Yeah, but don't we fight like his head and that's it?
yeah, he's like climbing
his
out of a
upper
portal,
torso,
his
and you like
nipples,
kick him
fight his
back into it.
So you don't even kill
Fought
him.
his nipples. We
Yeah.
squeezed him, and he went back inside. He's like, oh fuck, my titty, my worst weakness. Ah.
Yeah, but like that just you know, it didn't make a ton of sense. There's a lot of contrivances in Burning Crusade story. It actually feels like more Kael'thas is like really ends up being like the main villain. Like,
And he's also
Fuck
misunderstood. He started as a good guy, and then he just wanted to help his people because they were all
Yeah, he did.
addicted, and
True.
he just wanted what was best for his homies.
mhm.
That's true. That's pretty true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's pretty true. Yeah, that's true.
Have you had that issue in like real life yet, Jelly, where you just start rambling on about saying true like that?
No.
Guys.
It only happens on Twitch, honestly. Like the closer I get to Twitch, the more I feel the Squad W energy enveloping me, and I just start agreeing with everything. You know, you
Yeah.
know how that's true? Like that's true, right?
I was gonna say true, but I stopped myself.
Conga just added a true emote. Where is it?
That's true.
True.
There it is.
Oh yeah. True. I'm out of subs. I'm out of content. True.
All right. Well, it's 8 o'clock Eastern now, so I think we can wrap up. We kind of just talked a little bit about like what our expectations are, what we want to do personally, in Classic. I was thinking maybe in like 2 weeks from now we could like report back like some of our war stories from the first 2 weeks. If you guys are
I
down,
can't wait to play.
talk about
No,
like
totally.
our experiences. So maybe like, yeah, not next week. I'm sure we'll all be busy playing, but like around this time in 2 weeks, we'll try to do you know,
That'd be
catch up
good.
with each other, see where everyone's at. Maybe Coach and I will have killed each other on the fields at that point.
If you see me next time, my hair's gonna be all decrepit and pale. And, more wow. That's how I'm gonna be looking at. You don't want to see me in 2 weeks, man.
All right.
Dude, Coach. How
What's
long did
up?
it take for you to grow your hair back? And I'm not like throwing shade. I'm like genuinely asking. Like, how long did your hair grow? How fast did your hair grow?
Pretty fast. I think I shaved off this. I shaved off all my hair at the start of the month, so you know it's
Oh,
coming
fuck.
back in. Yeah.
It's already a few centimeters. It's crazy.
Yeah. My hair's always grown pretty quickly. That's why I wasn't too worried about shaving. I shaved it because I quit League, by the way. Everyone's curious.
Do you have a thick head of hair? Like, is your hair thick?
Yeah, it's thick but light. Like really.
Dude,
light.
that's literally the best. You realize that, right? You realize that you have like the preferred hair for models is to have it thick but also light. My hair, it's thick but it's too light. It's like it's too thin and not heavy at all. But like, yeah. Anyways, it's like
Yeah.
perfect for styling it.
Yeah, I miss my hair, but it definitely is nicer to have shorter hair for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Be right.
Get out of the shower. Save
Ali,
myself some
check
time to
a
go play
DM,
more WoW.
Ali.
You know.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'll give everybody a chance to just say their goodbyes. I'll start with Coach.
Yeah, sure. So Captain Coach on Twitch. I'll be streaming Classic. I haven't streamed in like a month, so this will be kind of like my comeback because I've had a lot of issues with my computer. So I'm really excited. We're going to be doing a meal prep for Classic stream on Sunday and potentially another IRL before that on Saturday. But yeah, I'm going to be running my guild. If anybody wants to join in chat, just send me a message on Discord. It's we do have a couple spots open. Really good group of guys. My Discord is Captain Coach 5733, I think. Just let me know if anybody wants to join. Thanks for having me, Razor. Look forward to playing Classic and fighting you, potentially. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, man. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks. See you in 2 weeks. Catch it. Mojo.
All right, I'm Deep Mojo on Twitch. I'll probably be streaming most of it. I think I'm kind of in the same boat as you are. Like, if I'm doing something that's like just boring and I'm just like mob killing or just leveling or just getting gold or something like that, I won't stream that. But same ideal. Others till then, I mean, I'm pretty just got jelly. I got a wedding tomorrow. I honestly just dawned on me. I still didn't get a gift. I think I'm fucked. But other than that, yeah, I was thinking to just write a check. I don't know what else to really do. I feel real bad. But other than that, I'll pretty much be my plans, and well, I'll see you around Razor, running around as a mage. But Allie, have fun on your whatever PvE server the hell it is.
Hell yeah! I can't tell if that was condescending or not. Like, I'm going on your PvE server.
Allie, there is a streamer, big streamer playing on Pagel. It's Towley.
Oh, there you go.
Cool. I randomly picked Pagel because I like fishing, but
You like fishing? Nice.
well, Nat Pagel, so that was where I picked
It's not
it.
an RP server, is it?
No, it's just PvE.
Oh shit! I can't meet you in the.
Well, y'all
Sorry,
have
man.
fun
Damn
with
it.
your streamer PvP or whatever. A lot of fun.
But all right, thanks again, Razor. See
Thanks,
you guys
Mojo.
hopefully in a couple weeks too.
Okay, Jelly's chair. Shout yourself out.
Cool. Nice.
Jelly's chair.
Yeah.
No, Jelly's chair. You don't want to shout your channel out. All right. Allie.
Sorry, I'm not yawning because I'm bored. I'm just sleep deprived. I might stream WoW, but I'm still conflicted on if I want to just stream WoW and destroy my channel or if I'll, still
Hey,
do
I'm doing it.
just chatting now and then and like trying to not lose all of my viewers. But yeah, that was fun. I'm excited to play. It's gonna be pretty cool. Thank you for having me.
All right. Jelly's not back. I gotta end though, so hold on.
We'll go now because I need to buy groceries before they close. So, bye.
All right, guys. I'm just gonna host Trump because he's doing Hearthstone stuff. He's the only person on my follow list that's doing any WoW stuff at all, anything close to WoW stuff. So, all right, bye, guys.